Today's guest is a stand-up comedian. He's a podcaster. He's an actor. He has a new film called Let's Start a Cult that he both co-wrote and starred in. He's got his own podcast, Stavvy's World, and he's one of the hottest young comics in America. I'm grateful for his time today. I'm grateful for his honesty. Always, no one else I'd rather be sitting down with than Mr. Stavros Halkias. Hey, whoa. Wow, man.
Good to see you.
Yeah, you look so slick, huh?
Thanks, man. Yeah. Going with a slick back.
Wow.
You like it, bro?
Yeah.
A little aerodynamic.
It looks very, I'm trying to think of what it even makes me feel like.
I love it. Explore that, bro.
Like a principal, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Principal at a very unique school.
We don't give grades, man.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't give grades. There's, shit. I need some socks.
Dude, I think it's a good look.
No.
I got there.
You do?
You can't throw ankles out, dude. You can't
Sorry.
give.
I mean, I feel homeless. I just felt some wind hit him. And my first thought was, I've worked too hard.
Yeah. Sure. Sure. I got the thighs out. I give out the whole leg for free.
Yeah,
brother.
but you have good legs, man.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And do a lot of people from where you or your culture have good legs, huh?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
It's a leg, because even the pillars, yeah, it's like that's a part of it, huh?
There's a lot of hills. Greece is very hilly. I think people are.
The hills have thighs, dude. Over there.
They really do. I think that helps.
Yeah. Because you see a man like that, it's like, oh, this is a structural man.
Sound. I am structurally sound.
You're
not shaking me.
Yeah.
You're not shaking me, bro.
No, you won't. You're not like that building 47 or whatever.
No.
Or whatever that is.
7? Was it building 7?
Which one is it that keeps falling down?
7.
Tower 7.
Tower 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that we can't exactly explain or something.
Yeah, some guy's like, oh, it's a great time to just
Get
3 blocks over
money.
just to drop this one. You're like, all right. I see what you're doing, man.
Wouldn't have happened if it was made out of Hellenic marble.
Yeah, out of some strong baklava. Some baklava.
You can't shake baklava either.
Oh,
As far as desserts go,
very structurally sound.
structurally sound. You're right.
Stavros Halkias, dude, you have a new movie. The movie is
Let's Start a Cult. Yes, sir.
And is it kind of your new movie? Is it kind of like is it like is it a 12 Years a Slave type of thing? Is it like a Lincoln Lawyer? Like what's the
Those are your 2 references.
or what's the arc of it? You know, I don't know.
12 Years a Slave, which is like a serious slavery drama that won Oscars, and the Lincoln Lawyer, just a middle of the road Matthew McConaughey entertaining movie. I think they're both good movies, by the way. Lincoln Lawyer, pretty
12
good.
Years a Slave was a little long. They could have done it.
They could
have done it in 8 years.
9 years a slave. Yeah.
7-minute slaves.
We didn't need to see all 12 of the years.
Yeah, dude, come on. The last 2 years, it's like, we kind of get how this
We get
goes.
it.
Yeah. But yeah, what's the story arc? You know, like, what do we expect it? Like,
Yeah, dude. So it's way less, way smaller of a budget than those 2. Honestly, the movie is, I just love dumbass comedies. Like the stuff we grew up on, like the Sandler, Spade, Farley, to Will Ferrell, to all that stuff that was just like silly as shit. Good, like the first movie I was obsessed with was Billy Madison, right? And just like goofy, technically a premise, but it's like, would this ever happen in real life? No, but we just need, it's there to just as like a skeleton for jokes.
Yeah.
And let's get goofy, let's get silly, let's get a bunch of funny people in it. And that's what this movie is, dude. It was like, I just wanted, I wanted the opportunity to make something that I loved. And like, I don't consider myself an actor. I'm a fucking comic. And comedy movies, I think, are an extension of just like, I'm not trying to make a good ass movie. I'm trying to make a fun time, 90 minutes. And I'm proud of it. Don't get me wrong. It's not fucking dog shit. Like it's still
but it's not like Amistad or like
there was no
trying to get something else I've seen recently.
no slavery.
Get out,
no, I don't know what's going on with your references.
No, sorry.
Amadeus, maybe?
No, Bridges over Madison County or whatever like that.
Sure. I didn't see that one. The Bridge to Terabithia.
Oh, you saw that one, huh?
That's a child's movie. I saw that as a kid.
It's about something happens to somebody, I remember.
I haven't seen it since I was a child. Is it like a allegory for something wrong?
Well, someone's handicapped something. I remember somebody was trying to do The Life of Jesse, Bridges to Terabithia, and adolescent changes when he befriends Leslie, the class outside of the children create an imaginary world called Terabithia, which is inhabited by all manner of magical
So
creatures.
basically, no, it's not like that either. It's not like the Bridge to Terabithia.
Yeah. So, okay, so it's not like that.
It's just fun, dude. And I think like
funny movie, good comedy.
Funny, you turn your brain off. No lessons. You're not going to be a better. You're not going to be a better or worse person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're just going to have a good time. You can get high as fuck. You know what I mean? Like you can make some popcorn.
Yeah.
You won't miss plot points. You might want to go back and see if you missed a joke, but you get the movie.
Right.
You know what I mean? The whole point is basically the like bullet point is, what if a guy was so annoying his cult committed suicide without him? Like they left him out of the final ritual, and then he tries to start up his own cult, and that's the like. And so I'm that guy. I'm the fucking annoying idiot who's just like, with a heart of gold, classic comedy shit.
Yeah.
And I just like, we meet a bunch of funny people. We have really funny comics in it. Bobby Kelly is in it for a little bit. Tom Papa's in it for a little bit. A lot of really funny, just like Wes Haney, who co-wrote it with me, and Ben Kitnick. It was basically like me and my friends got a chance to make a movie, and I was like, yeah, fuck it. What the fuck? Like no one lets me star in a movie.
Yes,
you know what
have
I mean?
to do it.
So you just got to do it. So
yeah, it's nice to have a movie where it sounds like you can just go look at a movie.
Go look at a movie, and the jokes are like, I'm not trying to make any commentary on anything.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make you laugh.
Yeah.
And it's like that, it has been, even some of my favorite movies, like towards the end, they all kind of had weird lessons, or they just kind of got, like even 40-Year-Old Virgin, it's weirdly like an allegory for virginity and like saving yourself from, you can read into a lot of those movies. You cannot read into this movie. Right. There is nothing. There is no subtext. It's a lovable fat guy getting into hijinks for 89 minutes. Ooh, not even 90. Nice. You'll be out. And if you fast forward through the credits, we get that to 87 and a half.
Yeah,
you know what
I'm talking about, huh?
So that's
nothing like a thick guy coming in short,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, so I get the movie, and they need good comedies. It's like you need them. It's like you go to a thing now, and it's like, some stuff, it doesn't even make you laugh. You're like, what is this about or whatever? And then like everybody at the end is kind of like handicapped or something at the end. You're like, what is this?
Right,
it's like Elliot gets a rainbow or something. You're like, what is this?
It's not.
And it's like the guy always has a heart transplant, but his new heart is like is like a libertarian or something.
So now he's like, I'm gonna kill myself because I would rather die than have a heart that's against public school systems or something. No one will be committing seppuku at the end of this movie for their political beliefs.
It's called Homeschool Heart, that movie. It's a movie where somebody gets a heart transplant and that heart was a homeschool teacher. That'd be crazy.
That would be fun, yeah. It's like both sides. It's like, and even independent movies, it's like, I don't know, because I'd love to talk about just more comedy stuff too, but
this is interesting because it's a new time where someone is making their own film.
Well, that's the thing, dude, is like, I don't know how you feel, but I feel like I hit the jackpot of all jackpots, right? Like, I never thought I'd be fucking podcasting. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to just do comedy. I never thought I would have to like build my own fan base to just like make a living, and then like got really lucky. And like, so when you get lucky, what do you do with it? And it's like, I've never been the kind of person that just wants to chase. I don't want to get super famous. I don't want to get super rich. I want to be able to make the stuff I fucking love. And like, that's what this was. It's like, I think, there's some people who like, we have a chance like building our own fan bases where it's like, we can make what we like.
Yeah.
And instead of trying to desperately get into like a mainstream studio system or not that I won't make a fucking, studio and wants to make a movie. I'd love to do it. But instead of like waiting for years, like I think a bunch of like a generation of comics found out you can go through the internet, make up a fan base, and then it's like, what do you want to do with it? And for me, it's like, let me just fucking make a fucking movie. Like, the way no one, it's stupid that I get to like sell out theaters. It's stupid I get to make movies, but that's what I want to fucking do. And instead of just like being broke and trying to be an actor and all this other shit, it was like, I know at least some people will see it. My fans will see it. Hopefully, some of your fans will see it. Like, that's the cool thing about building like a network where it's like you just hit up your friends. It's like, I got on NPR because the lady liked my movie. Like a lady on the weekend thing liked my movie, but it's like, we don't even have a mainstream way to put it out there. So I don't know, man. I just think it's cool. And it would be sick if people just started doing that shit. If you started doing whatever you're passionate about because you have this fan base and you've built your own thing. And Tires is like that. That was really inspiring.
That was the best thing. Yeah, that was something amazing about Tires. It was like you heard jokes on there for the first time. There was jokes about everybody.
Yeah.
And it was just normal stuff you would probably hear at a very alarming rubber shop.
Yeah. It's a bad tire shop.
You're like, God, this place.
Exactly. And it's like, no one's saying that that's the only comedy that has to exist. You know what I mean? I want to see shit from everybody, but it's like, go make your own shit. Everybody gets to make their own shit. So that's why my version of that is just like a goofy ass.
Let's Start a Cult.
Let's Start a Cult, and it's on VOD. You can rent it or buy it right now. You
can do that right now.
By the time this is out, you can go rent it. You can go
right
buy
now
it.
they can get it.
Yeah, and it's like.
And so VOD, like what is that? So I know it means video on demand, but where? Like what does that mean?
Apple, Amazon, just wherever you rent.
So you can go to Amazon.
Yeah.
Put in Let's Start a Cult.
And
you can watch your movie.
Exactly.
And now what's that price point? How do y'all figure that out?
I don't actually know, but hopefully low. I'm trying to get it out there. I'm trying to get there.
And what do you mean low? You talking $9.99?
Yeah, probably maybe lower even than that.
Well, that's
I just want people to see it.
Yeah, but you don't want. Yeah, I get that.
But you're right. I think probably $9.99.
If somebody's I can get this, or I can get some Mac Nuggets. It's not that they're going to debate between the two.
Yeah.
But then they're kind of like, hey, I want both for $14.99.
Right.
Maybe so you kind of want to fit in there.
Maybe we should talk to McDonald's. Maybe we could do a tie-in. Yeah. Do you remember those glass cups for Batman? You remember those, dude? Those were sick. Batman, I believe Batman Forever, which was not a good movie. It was like the Jim Carrey.
I forgot that he was Batman.
No, he was the Riddler.
Oh, he was the Riddler?
Yeah. They had those glass cups.
Oh, wait,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You remember those, dude?
Oh, yeah.
I had the fuck out of those, like the Two-Face ones.
But one loser shattered one of those in the fucking ball pit. And ruined it.
Yeah.
Oh.
People were dealing with that. Yeah, that one. That one's an iconic one, the Tommy Lee Jones one. That movie was fucking awesome. And the one after it with Mr. Freeze was even more awesome. They had Joel Schumacher, who was just like the gayest guy of all time. He's the man. He's a great director, but he made it fun as shit. Like those movies sucked coming off the Tim Burton Batmans because they were like, went from dark and like moody and kind of cool and comic booky to like truly the campiest. It was like essentially Batman going to like drag brunch.
Yeah.
And then like people weren't ready for that now, but throw those on now. You'll have a great time. You'll be like, wow, this is so over the top, but it's fun, dude. You know what I mean? Like they got jacked guys, they got sexy ladies just parading around. It's very fun. Alicia Silverstone's Batgirl.
Oh, I remember
She's
her.
looking pretty good.
When did this happen? Because I saw the one with Hugh Ledger. And then I saw Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
And then I saw the one where it was like the two old guys in the cave running around, Remember that one?
I don't remember that.
Batman and Robin.
Batman versus Superman? Were they in like a rock or something?
Batman and Robin.
Yeah, can you bring that up?
Oh, you mean like the old ass ones?
Yeah, the one where they're like running around in the same cave over and over again.
With Adam West.
Yeah, and one of the guys, oh, there you go, yeah. And one of the guys is like, I'm Batman. And the other guy's like, I'm just here,
Yeah.
I'm here for the party.
Yeah.
That guy.
Well, they were actually Adam West was absolutely getting pussy in this era. He's like notorious for fucking and sucking.
Really?
In this time. Yeah, and I believe.
With men too?
I don't think men. I don't know.
Long.
Is that what man ass is? Is that this long pussy?
I think they call it that. I mean, because dude, if you look at it, wiener is just long.
Oh, you mean the dick is long?
Yeah,
Like
dude.
an inverted. Okay, I thought you meant the ass.
Oh yeah, dude. A wiener is just
But-
like it's reaching for something. Look at this guy. Now this just looks like
Yes.
this looks like
It's awesome. He refused to shave his mustache, so they just painted it over. This is how little they gave a fuck about the Batman TV show. The guy was like, I'm not shaving my mustache. They're like, we don't give a fuck, man.
he's like, I gotta play tennis tomorrow. I'm not shaving this fucking thing.
But Burgess Meredith, who played the Penguin in this and also played Mickey and Rocky, I believe him and Adam West were absolute coos hounds.
Yeah.
They were just fucking so much in these times. And by that I mean I saw one TikTok about it, and I love to think of that.
Well, they didn't even have condoms at this time, did they?
I don't believe so.
When did condoms really
No, they
start
probably
to?
had them, but they weren't using them.
You think?
There was like a luxury good. It was like a fancy thing because they probably had like, I bet you ain't cavemen were like putting their dick in like sheep's like intestines not to have killed children at a certain point.
Oh, just to get it out of their system?
I think they just figured out condoms pretty quick. Like
Condoms have been used for centuries, but became more popular at different times for different reasons. 18th century, condoms became more well-known, and the market grew despite opposition.
opposition to condoms. That was the first time the church was like, this is unnatural. I absolutely, yeah.
The church was against them.
I promise you, the church was against them because they got a nut. The whole point of life is procreation.
Right.
So for them.
And Mother Nature was probably against it. Nature has to be, because nature wants things to have sex,
Sure.
right? That's what nature needs that.
Yeah.
So I wonder if nature put that in the minds of people, like we can't stop it.
Yes. You mean like
Mother Nature planted that thought
into your head.
or she's not going to let that that's her only goal
Right.
is
For
to
things
smash and party.
But is it people though? Because people were doing her harm. Maybe Mother
Good point.
Nature wanted condoms so
Put that
rabbits,
back up.
so rabbits and plants and shit could fuck and bring back, the eco, because we're fucking polluting, especially if this is the 18th century. Mother Nature probably, the Industrial Revolution happens, we start polluting shit.
Yeah.
She's like, these motherfuckers are no good.
Yeah. We got to get them out of here.
We got to get them nutting inside of plastic bags
Yeah.
inside of pussies instead of free and clear.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it started to become sort of this.
Look at this.
It was like blue blockers for kind of, or for sex.
Yeah.
19th century.
Yes.
Oh wait, go on. What you said? We're gonna say, despite opposition, they were sold in pubs, theaters, and barber shops.
Barbershops. When the lineup's so crispy, you're gonna get pussy.
You're like, now this,
That's a good marketing ploy.
it is.
You're
huh?
gonna need one of these, pal.
Yeah,
I lined
it
you
really
up so
is,
nice.
huh?
Yeah.
Good day, sir. And then you get a bad cut, and the guy's like, you're not gonna.
We'll say
don't have enough.
We have 8 for the whole city. And by the way, wash it out and tie it back up when you're done. These things are expensive.
I know. Huh? You see them on the clothesline. Those are the days.
Don't
man.
nut in it too much.
I know, huh? Hey, come on over. I stole my neighbor's condom, man.
Yeah, we'll go half on a condom with your boy.
Tonight, Judy.
Be like, dude, jack off before you fuck.
Yeah.
I don't want the first nut of the day going in this thing. We need the second. The weaker one goes in this one.
We gotta keep the foundation intact on this
Yes,
thing, dude.
yeah.
This thing can't handle. It can only handle about 7 psi.
It's not rated for the first nut of the day loads. It's not rated for that.
That's crazy. And then 19th century, it says rubber condoms became popular. However, condom use was mainly limited to the upper class due to a lack of sexual education.
Yep.
And the working class as well.
That makes sense.
Oh, for sure. Like these people can barely, if this guy's making shoes all day.
Yeah, he's cobbling.
Yeah, he's cobbling, or
Yep.
would cobbling be like a hierarchy job, you think?
Oh, you mean they're in the shoe factory. The cobbler is kind of
An artisan.
bespoke, yes, artisan. You're right. Yeah. He's probably somewhere in between the two. 19th century, so we're talking the 1800s. You still got both. You still got cobblers and shoe factory workers.
They wouldn't let them have condoms?
It's a little bit of both, I would say, where it's like the education keeps them not understanding how useful it is. So the working class has kids. Working class women have to have kids earlier. They're trapped. They don't get to fucking, I mean, it's a classic thing. The working class always gets tricked in this fucking, in all of human history, while the barons fucking suck. You know what I mean? They're on their fucking couches. They're on their chaise lounges.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
slurping.
The factory workers, they don't know any better.
But then they're just letting them have sex and make more factory workers, which seems bizarre.
Well, that's good for, again, the upper classes. They want disposable working class people
I see what
in
you're
shitty
saying.
living conditions. What do they care?
Right. And so if people have more kids, it keeps them in poverty because then they have to spend to take care of the children.
Yep. And they get more workers, and then wages go lower.
Right.
So,
Keep them going.
keep
Wow.
condoms just for the rich.
Yeah. Condoms in 1950s and 1960s, condoms became a popular birth control method with 42% of Americans of reproductive age using them for birth control between 1955 and 65.
So that's about when to bring it full circle, that's when Batman, I believe the first Batman was shot. So they probably mixed it up. They probably had condoms, but those guys look like raw doggers to me. Those guys. I think Adam West. Can we do a little research on Adam West's sexual history?
Yeah, bring that up.
I think Adam West and Burgess Meredith, they're old school guys. Yeah. They're not putting on condoms unless absolutely necessary.
What do you say?
Well, look at this, Adam West. His stories of romantic conquest, including the infamous night with 8 women, have become this man
part of lore surrounding his life and career. While some might view West's candid revelations with a mixture of astonishment and disbelief, they also offer a glimpse into the complexities of living under the spotlight. Yeah.
Yo, wow.
Sounds baffling.
Real tough. Got to fucking suck before smartphones.
Yeah.
The Lord knows what Adam West was up to. There was no way he was fucking.
Well, he had that bat phone, didn't he?
Sure.
Hey, what's that?
He used it to get head.
Oh.
Mayor, give me the woman with the largest tits in Gotham ASAP. Bring her over to my trailer. You got it, Batman.
He just shines that bat light just across into his neighbor's
It's
apartment.
his fucking dick. He has a bat light, but he also has a dick light, whether he's horny or not. Yeah.
Bam!
Yeah. Squish.
The crazy part was when they would they had to run like this or something.
Yeah. Well, they would go up a wall.
Yeah.
They'd pretend to go up a wall, and they literally just put the camera up sideways.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun to watch it.
Yeah, we need more stuff like that. But, we just need more stuff that's entertainment.
More goofy bullshit.
Yeah.
And no, we did not have as much sex on the... I don't think...
Is there a love story? Is there a love arc in there?
There, I will say there is a sex scene.
Really?
There is a sex scene. And it was probably my favorite. I wrote the movie, like I said, with my friends. And so
of course you write in a sex scene, dude. I used to. I used to have acting class, and I would just we'd have to do scenes and stuff, and I would always bring a scene where there's possible making out.
That's hilarious.
And sometimes it would just be two people are walking and they're in an argument, and then for no reason they kiss or whatever.
You wrote it.
And chicks would always be like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
It is, dude.
Janet presses her tits against Mark vigorously. Like, Theo, don't add actions, please. I just think it should be clear.
Yeah.
I think it should be clear it's a vigorous tit press.
Yeah.
I had to.
Now, you had a sex scene.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. First one you've ever done? In a film or something?
Yeah, I think it was.
Without hiding your phone on a cabinet across the room?
Without being like, oh yeah, I don't know why that teddy bear is blinking red. That's weird.
Yeah.
I'm going to go turn it off. And then you just put a fucking piece of black masking tape over it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think because I will.
Yeah. How did it take place? Was that a nervous day?
It was weird, man. So yeah, there is a sex scene. And I don't want to spoil too much, but it is a wild one. Mm-hmm. And I will say there was an intimacy coordinator, and that's the person I felt bad for the most because this person's job is I had a nude scene, and so if you're nude, some lady has to put a little a rubber triangle around your dick and balls.
Really?
Yeah.
Like one of those bibs you get at a crab joint?
Yeah. It has a lobster with a fork and a knife in its claws printed on it. It is honestly not that far off from that though. It is just it's like a plastic thong, essentially.
No, and so you're naked that day?
Yeah, perhaps I am.
Wow.
Perhaps I am.
I'd be so nervous.
Yeah, I mean, it sucked, and it's
And the person's naked, the woman? I
won't divulge who. I'll just say I'm naked.
Okay.
That's and So I'm definitely nude, and a woman has to literally tape my dick and balls to this fucking thing because you want to look naked, but you don't want you don't want people to have to look at my dick the whole day. So you want to put like a plastic sheet over it. But this woman's job, anytime that thing like slipped, she had to just like get in there and just this poor lady, man.
Really? So
she had to
just
retape my shit up.
And she's just like cutting edge with it, huh?
And it's like the way like they would tape up your ankles at a high school football game. She had the same demeanor. It was just like a grizzled,
You're gonna be fine.
Yeah. I've seen worse.
Yeah. Here's a couple M&Ms, huh?
Yeah. It was tough, but
wow.
But yeah. No, dude, I fucking.
So there's a lot of little layers in the film, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of anything for a laugh. And you might never get a chance to make a movie again. So it's like, let's leave it all out there. You know what I mean? And and the way there is always, I used to love when there was over the top sex scenes in those movies we're talking about. So I was like, let's put one of those in. There's some other physical stuff. I had to run a lot, which is hilarious.
Really?
I didn't think about it. Yeah.
Any acrobatics or anything for you?
I wish next time, dude. Next time I'm going to fucking spend a year learning how to do a backflip.
Yeah. Or the cartwheel that never stops.
Yeah,
dude.
that would be sick.
That Greek cartwheel.
That would be awesome.
Just fucking rattle that bitch. Just eliminate the Albanians with it.
I would love that. Yeah.
Well, that's just a joke,
Let's
Albanians.
not get into it. Yeah.
That's just a joke, Albanians.
That's just a joke.
Yeah.
One of my dear friends, that's the classic racist thing to say. My best friend is Albanian, which is actually true in my case, but it's like the classic.
What was that? What was the budget of the film? What does it cost?
It was $750K.
Wow.
Yeah. So it started at like $200K, and we did it with, I want to say, Dark Sky Films. It's a smaller production company. They've done a lot of cool shit, a lot of cool horror movies and stuff, but lower budget stuff. And they were just fucking awesome to work with. They just saw a short that we did, and they thought we were going to write like a one location, because the short takes place in one place. But we were like, if you're going to let us make a movie, we're going to there's going to be wild shit in it.
Yeah.
And so we pretty much pushed it to the amount, because it's such a weird, you also learn so much about this kind of shit where it's like, if you go over.
What'd you learn? What was the number one thing you learned you like?
Well, I mean.
Well, I interrupted you. If you go over what?
No, like one of the things I learned is that like, you can't really go over a certain budget, because then everything becomes more expensive, and you have to get like more, just like for, union reasons, you have to get more people involved. It becomes like a harder job. Whereas like the lower budget you make a movie, they kind of allow you to like, a lot of people can do different jobs. You can, obviously you have to follow certain rules and you can't overwork people. But there was basically like a limit where they're like, look, if you spend any more than this, we have to pay all the actors more. We have to pay everybody else more. And, we pretty much lost. I mean, I lost money.
So you put some of your own money in?
No, but like just not working. I canceled dates. You know what I mean? And it was
your
like
time cost. Yeah,
totally. And like, I'll probably lose money just like traveling to promote it and stuff like that. But again, who gives a fuck? It's about making cool shit. And it's like, I'm not hurting for money. And so, but yeah, you just learn a bunch of, and you also think like, you think a movie's going to be like this fucking actors fucking talking about each scene and shit like that. And they're like, dude, we have fucking 12 minutes to get this. And it's actually the most crucial scene in the movie. Well, good luck.
Yeah.
Like,
and this dog has to be asleep in a half hour. And you're like, what?
Yeah. We're putting the dog down.
Yeah.
We're putting the dog down unless you nail this scene. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just cheaper to put him down. Union rules. I don't know, bro. Either nail the scene or the fucking Shih Tzu gets it. I didn't want to kill a dog.
You shouldn't have fucked with the Teamsters. Like, dear God. Right. You think you'd be able to make your money back?
I think so. We did pretty well. We didn't do crazy. We had a release in theaters just because I just think it's important to see.
Yeah, no, I think like, well, that's what's amazing about it. It's this, we had Kevin Smith on, and he's done this. But now it's certainly that there are creators that have their own world, and they want to make a film sometimes. Me and Spade wrote a movie, and we have a chance to do it, right? And so we're finally going to do it. And it just took forever to get it together, and like that's nobody in Hollywood wants to finance or anything, but it's cool to see people just making their own stuff. And so dude, that's why I called you even last week, and I was like, hey, tell me about this. I just want to know, because it's just brave. You're trying something.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
And it's And it's what you want to do. Nobody can kind of tell you what's supposed to be on the script.
The only limitation was budget. And for me, I think that's so much cooler, and you get to actually be an artist about it, not to fucking suck my own dick. It's a movie about, a fat guy and you see my nuts in it. It's not like I'm fucking, again, we're not making.
You see both your nuts in the movie?
I will also mention this. They didn't let me show my real nuts, which is a big problem for me.
Well, how much
Because the nuts looked little, and I have pretty nice nuts.
Foundation.
I have a nice foundation. Truly, the dick is more of an ornamental piece.
Yeah.
But it's like the little star at the top.
The dick is the nose. The lung.
The dick is the nose.
The nuts are the lungs.
Absolutely. They go deep.
Oh.
They go deep. They go deep, and they're full.
Yeah.
Deep breath,
They're
let's
the
just say.
Lungs of the heavens,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah. I
These
got
things.
Michael Phelps' lungs. I got a nice capacity on those lungs. Nose, not so much. Cute little button nose.
Michael, yeah, dude. More of a, it's nothing a snowman would
No,
love.
it's not a Michael Imperioli nose.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
very,
who's to
it's almost
say?
like a burn victim nose.
Yeah, right. Again, yeah. Shaved off. They've made it out of a little ankle bone.
Yeah.
They took a little ankle bone. They're like, look, we'll do our best. Yeah, it's kind of a Voldemort situation.
Yeah.
Kind of
more of a cat's nose. I've got a penis like a cat's nose, It's cold and wet.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this kind of
Cold and wet. It stays up all night. Though.
Stays up all night. Yeah.
Wandering the streets.
It'll bother you. It'll bother you all night.
It'll fucking it'll fucking bat your eyes out of your face while you're resting.
It'll keep nudging you until you give it a little attention.
It'll beat a jingle bell to death on your Christmas tree. Wow.
But I didn't get to show my real nuts, which is a problem. But again, these are the artistic sacrifices we have to make sometimes to get our movie made.
No on Prop 24,
That's right.
or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but that is crazy. And there's Michael Phelps has small nuts. You cannot nuts are
I
the
bet you he's got a nice pair. He's a
For a
large
swimmer?
guy. He's a huge guy though.
nuts are the fucking.
They show okay.
You can have big back tires on a fucking swimmer.
I think he's got a nice pair, dude.
No, he doesn't. Look at this.
No, I will not. I bet you he's tucked them underneath his ass.
You have to almost tie them into your ass.
There is a image, I believe. They tried like,
wow, look at that.
he's fucking jacked. He's probably got he's a big dude. He's got a nice pair. Now, I would say probably size to size, pound for pound, I think I have pretty nice nuts.
Oh yeah.
And not weight. I'm talking about frame.
Okay, yeah.
We're not gonna go. We're talking about what my body should be on the because nuts. That's a big disadvantage for the fat man. Titties get bigger the fatter you get. Dick and balls stay the same size.
Is that true?
Absolutely. Dick, my dick got plumper the fatter I got.
That's almost beautiful this time of year.
Yeah. The leaves change. The nuts are getting plumper with
People
every
want that
slice of pumpkin pie.
dude.
Yeah.
You know?
Every helping of squash, your fucking dick gets a little bigger. No, if your dick got bigger the fatter you are, I would be 800 pounds. I would just be, you would have like feeders trying to get dicks as big as possible.
Yeah.
Which doesn't happen. So,
but yeah, I think you want those smaller nuts. You want less drag if you're a swimmer. That's not a big
true.
thing. You want
I
those
think you're
Roy
right about
Jones
that.
Juniors, you know? Dude, why don't they have Roy Jones Jr. mints?
That's a great idea. Roy Jones Jr.
Ain't
mints.
kidding anymore.
Yep. They'll knock out bad breath.
Yeah.
Done and done, dude.
Yeah, something chocolatey that knocks out bad
yeah,
breath.
Yeah. I love that. Just a hint of chocolate.
Well, so that movie is out now. People can go check it out.
Yeah, please go see. Please go see it. And
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, dude. And yeah, I think it's so it's cool to support. It's obviously my movie. I believe in it a lot. But it's like anytime creative people that you like make shit outside of a system, I think it's kind of important to go support that shit.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like a new realm, and also some movies that are $1 billion movies are horrible. There was one Ryan Gosling with, and my mom and I went and saw. It was horrible.
Yeah.
I went and saw something the other night. It was A Chance in Time or something. Can you look it up for me? We Live in Time. There you go. Well, here's what I don't
Is
love
that
about.
bad? I like those actors.
It was sweet.
It was cute.
But every shot was so close on their faces. After a while, you're like, where's all the money they spent on sets? You can't even see the set. So what starts to happen for me, I notice in movies, is they shoot things so tight nowadays, right? Like it's just this, right?
Yeah.
And your brain, there's no, like your imagination, if there's more going on, your imagination has to process things on the screen.
Yeah.
Right? So your imagination is interested in what's going on. But if there's nothing to even really think about, it's so dumbed down. Everything is this tight. You're just kind of like, you just start to lose interest because I think there's a part of you that's not working, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like when they shoot comedies now, it's like they shoot everything so tight and it's just about, you don't see people's body language stuff. I feel like they miss out on a lot of things just because they think we need it to be so simple.
Yeah, well, I think that is another thing that I learned about movies, which I didn't think about at all, is that it is such a visual. You think it's about the writing, you think it's about your jokes, and especially being a comic, you're like, it's all about the writing, it's all about the jokes. And you don't think about like, it's a visual medium. It's like a bunch of interesting pictures strung together.
Yeah.
Ultimately is what it is. And it was interesting to like talk to our cinematographer, and a scene that I thought was like pretty straightforward, just two people talking, kind of what you're describing, just faces. He's like, nah, let's fucking play it. Why don't you guys lean on the car? Why don't we make it a little more interesting?
Yeah.
And like, that was a fucking sick part of it to like, yeah, because you don't think about that. I just think about the jokes and I just think about my words getting laughs. And then it's cool to watch a movie and be like, oh, you just do something with your face and that's a laugh. And you just fucking, you run funny and that's a laugh. You know what I mean? And it's like, that was a cool thing. Again, I love comedy so much and I'm just trying to figure out every way to be funny. And I think like, yeah, what you're saying of like making it interesting, having the visuals being really interesting, that's a huge, again, it's a cool learning experience. And that's what I don't know if you feel this way, but it's like, that's the nice thing about, about like learning new shit is just how can we be funny? And like the time I felt the most engaged in my life was like when I was an open micer learning how to do comedy.
Yeah.
And it's cool to get the chance to make a movie and like feel like, I don't know dick. I'm a fucking dumb as shit. Like, let's figure out how to make all this stuff. And
I'm a recovering Greek.
Yeah. Oh no, I'll never kick that. I had a Yito yesterday, bro. I had tzatziki yesterday, dude. I'll never.
Sorry, man. I thought you had some time under your belt.
No.
You know, sometimes I put on them nighttime underpants. You know what I'm talking about. Because who sleeps naked, baby? A criminal, that's who, not I. Tommy Johns, that's what I'm wearing. I like Tommy Johns. I like them male negligees they got for you, them underpants, because they smooth. You can feel them and they feel good. God, you can't even believe you're feeling yourself when you got them TJs on, baby, them Tommy Johns. God, they feel so good. I want them on right now. I'll put them all over myself. What I love about them is the waistband isn't super tight on them. Some underpants, you get them, the waistband so tight. So I have one sip of water and then I got to go pee-pee. I don't like doing that. Tommy John lets you feel comfortable and casual inside of your own skin. Exclusively for our listeners, you can shop Tommy John's amazing Black Friday sale early right now. Save 30% off site-wide only at TommyJohn.com/Theo with code Theo. That's 30% off for a limited time. Excuse me. That's 30% off for a limited time at TommyJohn.com/THEO with code Theo. See site for details. They say first impressions are important. What about lasting impressions? That's where Blue Chew comes in, boy. Snack your way to that wiener, baby. Blue Chew helps men have longer lasting and stronger erections so you can perform at your very best. Don't you want to have that baby cane on you feel me? Blue Chew is an online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Cialis, Levitra, and Viagra. And those aren't urban women's names. Those are other medicines. Does it work? I didn't even say that. My wiener did. Blue Chew wants you to have the confidence to perform at your best. So discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code Theo at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com. promo code Theo to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. You have an annual calendar due, which is pretty crazy. And is that coming out soon?
That's out now.
It is.
Yeah, that's out now. Yeah,
Okay.
it's the 2025.
Oh, it's already out.
It's all you can already buy it. The 2025.
Ooh, look at the calf on this guy.
You like that, dude?
Look at the
It's popping.
kettlebell you're hiding
It's popping,
there.
brother. Yeah.
Wow, you got that Rogan head down there.
Nuts and calves. That's all I got.
Oh,
Fat nuts and calves, and
oh, and is this real?
yeah. I'm on fucking Mount Everest right there. That's me. That's some beautiful. Some of it's real. Some of it is the work of my brilliant producer Benjamin Buttcheeks, Benny Buttcheeks, Ben O'Brien, who also directed my special. He helps me with the calendar as well. That's Squirtember, of course.
The Get Headsby, that's you right there. Wow. Now,
if you zoom in on those, there's a lot of fun.
a lot of fun things to see, right? The set, right? It adds to it.
Moby Cock.
Do you
less jizzerables?
Wow. Oh, the different books on the bookshelf.
Yeah.
A lot of Easter eggs in here. Huh?
A lot of Easter eggs. A lot of Easter eggs, and then we have Halloween right there.
Oh yeah. And this is very Chelsea Lynn. She has a calendar as well.
I saw that she had that. I've been doing a nude. This was the first thing that was successful in my career. Before I had anything going on, I sold a nude calendar when I was like basically a feature. I was opening for Bobby Kelly, and dude, this was the first thing that ever made me money. I've been doing a calendar for legitimately probably I think 9 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So
and I used to
before
print
Chelsea Lynn.
I used to print them myself. I used to sell them out of my fucking Honda Civic, and now it's like, and now it makes a shit ton of money. But I would make like a couple, like back in the day, I would make a couple $1,000, and I was like, I'm fucking rich, dude.
The headliner starts to hate you, dude. If he sells you, that was always a thing. The headliner and the feature selling stuff.
Well, that's why, I mean, Bobby was the man, and he knew me, and I was like, and he was cool with it. And I also would just like, I would just fucking sell it on Instagram and like mail it personally to people.
For sure.
Like I had just like sell it out of the back of my fucking trunk at like, I would be headlining shitty little fucking, like a restaurant in Frederick, Maryland.
It'd just be 12 Polaroids of your cock or whatever. And you just wrote a different month on each one. You're like, but what if you only had 11 Polaroids? You're just like January, February, spring. June, July, August. Do you ever audition other men to be in it? Because I was wondering if there should be more. I mean, you do a great job, right?
Thank you.
But would there ever be the possibility to creating something around the idea of getting other men in there?
Interesting. A diversity of body types.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never considered. I did think at one point to make it like a collaborative calendar where every month there's like a guest that's a different type of person, like maybe men, maybe women, some non-binary motherfuckers, just some different body types.
Gays,
just like
Sagittarius, whatever, dude.
Get them all.
Barbecue lovers, whatever.
For sure. Some centaurs, some half
short legs.
Yep.
Long life.
Short legs. That is true. The taller you are, the quicker you die.
Is it? That's what I'm saying. Timber.
Yeah, short people live longer.
Bring them down.
Yeah. Enjoy all that pussy, 6'6" guys.
Huh? Yeah. Must be nice, dude.
Now, I'm not going to go into the obesity metrics right now. We're just going to keep it. We're just going to keep it just on height.
Yeah.
I'm going to take my wins where I can get them, brother.
This ain't about me, dude.
This is not about me.
Some people say fat. Some people say foundational.
That's right. A good foundation. You're not knocking me over in the wind.
It would be cool if you got guys on there. Just get you could get a lot of union workers.
Sure,
too,
I would love to get. Yeah, you're right. I should get.
Lay them down. Put some grapes on their chest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, grapes that'll Greek out any union worker.
Sure, I think they're close. I think you show them a little, any the most hard edged union worker, you show them a little bit of the forbidden fruit of what it can be like to be a fat, just They would trade in a heartbeat.
Oh,
you know
some
what I mean?
Rubenesque cement worker.
Yes. Absolutely. That's what we should figure out here. We should set up a situation where it's like, look, we got DMs coming in.
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to fuck everybody who wants to fuck us. We don't want to fuck everybody who wants to fuck us, right?
What do you mean? What are you saying?
I'm saying both of us, I feel like, have, I'm sure I don't check my DMs too much.
Oh, we have DMs coming in, you're saying?
I'm saying.
Oh, say there's women you can date.
Young ladies that want to, are attracted to a style of guy. Older ladies across the board. We're not going to fuck all of them. We should be able to find, in my case, Rubenesque, union workers. In your case, I don't know exactly guys that run rehabs or, like guys that run rehabs or I don't know exactly.
I've been offered a couple free 30-day stays. I'll tell you that.
But, little mullet guys, you know what I mean? Theo style gentlemen.
Yeah. Neighbors of farmers.
Neighbors of farmers. Yeah, they don't do any farming themselves, but they got the same zip code. They got farmland zip code, but they don't own a tractor.
But they'll sit on their porch and look at the other guy's place and be like, oh, look at these soil facts over there, So
we should be able to hand them off some of the DMs. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. I think that would be a nice thing to do.
Yeah, like donate a DM to someone.
Donate a DM, almost like create love connections,
Ooh, I would love to see a dating site if you would put one together.
I'd love to do that. I'd love to host a dating show, actually. That would be awesome.
You'd be so good at it.
That would be awesome.
That could be maybe your next movie. You host a dating show and then you find love somehow.
I love that. A little romantic comedy.
Yeah, I remember you saying one time about like one of the reasons that you got into comedy was for dating, right? A lot of guys
Purely.
do.
Without question.
Okay.
And I think maybe...
And is that still a good reason, do you feel like what's that involved like a little bit? Or to get laid, like does that work, And what's the dangers also of having sex in some places, some regions of the country?
The regional dangers of coitus?
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you're over in the Bust Belt, know?
Well, you can't let it fly like Adam West used to.
That's true.
I'm definitely using condoms. I'll put it that way.
There you
I guess
go.
the dangers of the bus. You don't want to get stuck in the bus belt.
Yeah.
You can have a nice visit, but you don't want to be a father that has to check in court ordered once a month at the bus belt. That's the biggest danger.
Especially if it's a layover to get to your child.
Oh no. Dude.
How many children lose out on a father because there's a layover?
Right, because JetBlue doesn't want to fucking fly direct to Akron.
Oh, dude. And we just used Akron in a joke last week, which is crazy that you did as well.
Because we did shows the same night in Akron. Yeah. We were there at the same. That's why I thought of it. That was fun as shit.
It was fun. But yeah, what are the side effects now as you see that? You've been out in the, you've been out in the world over there,
Sure.
glazing.
Sure.
Glazing the, different
literal glazing, not the metaphorical, like sort of pumping somebody up.
Yeah.
You mean actually glazing?
Yeah, just or whatever they call it,
letting it fly.
Yeah, filling the doing the manicotti or whatever.
Yeah, filling the manicotti up.
Yeah,
filling up the manicotti.
Yeah, you've been more
cream in the cannoli.
Yeah,
absolutely. I got you, brother.
But and what does it look like over time? Do you feel like?
Oh,
because that gets
not good at all. I mean, that's something I'm facing kind of, I don't know if it's head on. I don't know if it's one of those things where there's a couple things remaining in my life that I feel like I need to conquer. And that's long-term health. Like I took a lot of time off and I lost some weight this year. I lost like 45 pounds. But in the month that I've been shooting tires, promoting the movie, doing stand-up again, I've gained 10 pounds. You know what I mean? It's like, because
you look more organized. Your body does.
Thank you. Yeah. It was a mess before. It was like when you go. Remember when you that show where they would open up random storage units?
Yeah,
that's kind of what my body was like. You never knew. Once the shirt comes off, you don't know what you're gonna get.
Like, wow.
You know what I mean? There's a little more. Now you open up a storage unit. At least it's got some rusty shelves that all the stuff is in little boxes.
Like some curios. Okay,
it's a cabinet of
Grandma
curios.
Cared.
Yeah,
there's a little something,
Absolutely. I've been working out, and so I still am lifting weights and stuff, and I feel better. I literally city biked over here from Queens.
Because you're a little wet when you got here. I was like, this guy.
I had a sweat. I was fucking city biking, listening to Sexy Red. The In Sexy We Trust. A lot of bangers on that. Nothing like listening to bad bitches when you're working out, in my experience, because it puts me in that in that headspace, you know?
Oh, I see.
Of that, like, you know, there's something a little more, sure.
She's back.
Oh, I love She's Back. Honestly, the one about the gentleman being outside, I don't remember which one it is. It's sort of like an anthem for the gals to get ready. Maybe it's Outside. Yes. Outside, yeah. It's basically a song about, hey, gals, look real hot. There's a bunch of sexy gentlemen outside. And even though I don't want to fuck the guys, I could gender flip that and be like, fellas, there's whores to be gotten. Let's fucking put on our nice shirt. Let's get out there.
There's opportunity to meet these gals.
To be gotten.
Yeah, because I'll go in the bathroom sometimes at a bar and there'll be guys in there and I'll yell like, fucking piss and get back out there.
Yeah, boys. Yeah. Come on. You've been shut down 3 times in a row. Actually, maybe go home. And now that I think of it, you're kind of fucking the vibes up. I just thought about it for a second. Please leave. Both the ratio and the vibes are being fucked up by you.
I'm more like a you pissies Grant when I'm in there. I'll just start telling them,
rally
like,
the boys.
Yeah, get back out there. What do you mean? What do you mean you're coked up, you little?
Yeah. What do you mean there's no way your dick works?
Remember people used to slap people like that?
That, I really want to do that once in my life.
The Three Stooges? You could be in one of the Three Stooges,
Absolutely.
brother.
I would love to. I would love to do some physical comedy.
Yeah.
But I would also love to bring one of my friends to his senses when he's having a psychotic break with a nice, get yourself together, man. That would feel awesome.
Yeah. Get yourself together, man. The markets are closed.
And that's all it used to take.
Yeah.
You didn't have to send someone to a fucking mental institution.
No, you fucking popped them once in a public street.
Simpler times.
Different times.
Did he go home and hit his wife? Not deal with any of the mental issues? Probably. We can't say.
We don't know.
Maybe it is better. Again, on second thought.
There wasn't a lot of accurate reporting back then.
Right. We don't know the numbers.
What was that like taking a year? You took a year off stand-up.
Yeah.
Was it a year?
It was about 6 months, but yeah, I didn't tour from February until I had like one date.
But you still practice or no?
No, I didn't do any stand-up. And it was fun. The thing that sucks is it was awesome. Like I felt peaceful. I didn't have to travel every fucking week.
Being unemployed.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, exactly. It felt like that.
Great.
I would go on long walks. I would go to like fucking the supermarket and just see what was on. It's like, what's on special today? I had like
I've never heard somebody say I'll go on long walks. Through the supermarket.
To the supermarket. To
the supermarket.
Not through. No.
I'm like, here's this guy who's fucking.
I'm pulling up to a fucking Safeway and I'm hitting all the aisles at the grocery store.
It's like, what do you mean there's not a mile marker by the graham crackers?
The way they have old people walk through malls, they have fat people walk through grocery stores. Like, come on, these are your favorite things, little buddy. You pass the ice cream 8 times, you get a lick. You get a fucking thing, a whole Halo top. No, I would fucking walk by the water and I was in Baltimore. I would take long ass walks. I would buy like one piece of meat, grill it up, eat it with some veggies. It was a beautiful, beautiful, simple life. But I also that's the other thing is like, and then I did stand up. I was like, damn, this is awesome.
Yeah.
But I think the lesson is to not do 3 things at once.
It's a lot.
So I think like next year when I tour, I'm not doing anything else. Like right now I made the mistake of going from nothing to Tires, the movie coming out, back to my stand-up, back to my podcast. I have a tour that I'm announcing. I think actually probably if it comes out next week, it'll be then. But the Dreamboat tour, I'm doing a big all across like.
On the water?
That would be fucking sick. I should have done that. I should have chartered a sailboat, but no, it's more of a metaphorically the Dreamboat tour.
Can you imagine fucking chartering a sailboat to go to your shows?
That would be fucking
They're
awesome.
like, where's Stavros? Like, he's on the horn.
Yeah.
He's on the
the Horn of Africa, the Horn of he got caught. The gales of November came early and caught him. He's marooned off Vancouver Island,
off the Seychelles. He only sold 40 tickets near the Suez Canal. But he's still got to go down.
He's still got to go.
Are the Greeks the blacks of are some people say that the Greeks are the blacks of Europe.
Who are these people? Exactly.
Huh? Bring up someone. Bring up. Just Google. No, people say that all the time. I'm serious, man.
I love that.
Bro. You'll be wandering past an olive shop. And you'll hear the door will open and you'll hear somebody
Are you talking
yell.
about your internal monologue, Theo? Are you talking about every time you see a Greek person? That's what you think?
I'm just saying there is a lot of people call them black olives. Okay, that's all I'm saying. There's a lot of conversation about black olives.
Sure.
There.
Hey, I'll take that with pride. Black people are the cool. They
make things cool.
They're the culture drivers of America without
Cultural
question.
filters.
In some ways, I guess that's maybe ancient Greece. What's democracy if not the original hip hop?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. How everything filtered out from that. Kind of, the same way.
Love it when you call me Big Socrates.
Yeah. The same way music's been taking from black people forever. Mm-hmm. Everyone's kind of been taking our shit between philosophy and democracy from ever.
Accuse of Pompeii.
Well, Pompeii, I believe, was that the Roman Empire?
Don't be a hater.
Fuck Rome.
No,
they took our whole shit.
Some people think it's in Greece. So don't kill our
that
dreams.
Louisiana public school system.
Cheaper globes.
Cheaper globes if they're from 1820.
30 countries.
They mash Europe together. Yeah.
So no comment on that, huh?
I say I'll take that. Like I said, you know, I had a joke in my special where if you think of it, really, I think Greeks are probably the most light-skinned Arabs. It's really what we have more cultural. We're pretty similar people. Yeah. Loud, you know what I mean? Like loud, kind of flashy, you know what I mean? But I think British people loved England, or England loved ancient Greece so much that they were like, we got to make them white because then white people were, you know what I mean? Like ancient Greece was white. When in reality, I think we're probably light-skinned Arabs.
Yeah.
Very loud, touchy-feely, you know what I mean? Like it's the same vibe. The gold jewel, I'm wearing jewels. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Something, yeah, for sure.
Warm, intense people. We're less, I feel like
grape.
What's
grapes?
That? Like grapes.
Grapes is a very Middle Eastern food,
We'll take grapes. Dates, all that type of shit.
Oh yeah.
A date's nice. And me personally, I like that style of woman as well. Nice curly hair, big nose type of situation.
Oh yeah.
Anywhere from you go Spain to the Middle East kind of.
I met a beautiful Greek girl one time in Florida.
Ooh, okay.
And I popped a couple wiener pills or something. This is early when the gas stations just had them.
Sure.
And you had to ask for
What are we
them or
talking
whatever.
about? Stree Overlord, Rhino?
This was before Rhino.
Wow.
This was like, I think these were Healthy Dose or something. Or The Last Captain, I think one of them was called. It was like, these were hopeful ones.
Love it.
And I remember I took a couple of them, dude. And then I was like trying to make out this girl and my nose started bleeding right onto her chest, dude.
Oh, what a shame. That could have been your wife, dude.
She was so cool too. There's something about a curly-haired woman, dude.
I agree. My favorite.
Yeah, they're crazy if their hair had to come out like that. Like
you would have been a great 17th century doctor. Well, you can tell she's suffering from bouts of insanity. Look at her hair. Look at the wave in her hair.
My God, look at the printout here. She's lying.
Look how far apart her eyes are. That's a space for deceit. That's the deceit zone right here.
I guess she's just Polish. Let's calm down. But they look at it's like a lie detector test or whatever.
Yeah.
What else is going?
Wow,
dude,
the boner pills, huh?
Was that
your only?
Bro, I took them most of my life because I just had so much anxiety.
Oh, dude, believe me. Same. I'm lucky that I only caught the tail end of the gas station era.
Those are horrible.
Now you can get them online pretty easily, but I also want in between one time I had an old Italian doctor and I convinced him I had some other. I read that like if you have some kind of prostate issue, you can also take Cialis to like relieve that. I just kind of read it as like I was doing my research.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was like, dude, I think my fucking prostate's fucked up.
Acting up.
Yeah. My prostate's acting
Yeah,
up.
it's picking up radio stations.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Yeah. And he was like, and he had to put his finger up my ass. And he realized the prostate was fine. But then he was like, okay, I give you the couple. He knew what I wanted, which is also like, why'd you have to put your finger up my ass? But I guess he just was hoping I was onto something. And then he was like, listen, I give you this and no more. But he was like, he knew I was like 20.
He had short fingers, wide fingers though. Like, come on.
He was fucking awesome. And he just gave me a couple dick pills. And dude, those were like, that was my holy grail. I had like a sample pack of Cialis and I fucking...
Oh, so when those sample Cialis and stuff hit the streets, they were breaking people's windows to get those. Dude, when I first went to college, I went and lived with my buddy's dad. He had a Viagra prescription, right? He lived in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Where the fuck were you living? On the
New
couch?
Orleans, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And we would take turns like sleeping on the couch or the bed, right? And so, and there was
you and his dad?
Yeah, dude. And the reason I did was because he got a boner pill subscriptions, right?
So
I could nibble
siphon
off
a little. Yeah.
But he only got like 8 of them, and I'm like, fuck! It's so hard to steal off
out of 8
because you can kind of like the third day you can pull one. You're like, oh, he got drunk, he took 2, he doesn't know. But then you have to cut one directly in half. Like, well, how did one? Just get taken in half.
Yeah, you got to take it in half. You got to make that last.
Oh yeah,
you got to make that last.
And then
that's a fun kind of Passover parable.
It was horrible.
Making the one dick pill last 12 days.
Yeah.
Whatever, just nibbling on it just a little bit.
We had 1 can of oil and we made it last for 64 days or whatever.
Yeah, 1 dick pill, 100 milligram Viagra. We made it last for 12 weeks. Yeah. We each took 1 lick of it. Me and my friend's dad.
Shabbat shalom.
How long? Yep. Shabbat shalom. How long were you living with your friend's father?
6 months, 1 semester of school. God.
How were your grades that semester?
Here was the crazy part. We had a wall. There was like a half wall. There wasn't it was a loft. The bedroom was a loft and there was a living room. It was a nice building. They did have a pool at the building. That was pretty cool. Okay. And I was learning to play guitar at the time. And so I would go in there. He'd have every now and then he'd have a chick stay over and I'd go in there and play Tears in Heaven.
The song about Eric Clapton's son dying.
Is that what it's about?
Yeah. That's the song you would play while the guy was getting me.
Oh, dude, it's
about his fucking son falling out of a window.
What?
Yeah.
No way. How old was his son? Was he in the military?
No, he was like a little ass kid, dude. It's a tragic song.
Oh, dude. I'm sorry, Eric. Is Eric Clapton still alive?
He's alive, yeah.
Oh, man.
So your friend's dad, who's giving you shelter, is getting pussy with one of his 8 Viagras. And he has to battle. That Viagra's up against that old man's LED and the saddest song, one of the saddest songs of the 90s. A poor rendition, by the way. There's no way you were good at it. You're butchering it, and it's sad as shit.
If I saw you knew.
Bink, bink. Oh, sorry. Bink, bink, bink. Ding, bong. Oh, so my bad. Bing, bing, bong, bing, bing.
Would you know my name? Dude, but I would go in there, and one time after a couple, they would request me to come back.
Wow. You were the music for them fucking.
Well, usually post-coital, they would bring me in.
Post-coital.
And I also then eventually played Every Rose Has Its Thorn. I rocked that for him a little bit. Okay. And I did eventually a Widespread Panic.
Okay, nice. Yeah, that's good, man. So that was the 3 songs
Traveling
spread?
Light, yeah. Fucking rattle that up. Very poor rendition.
Yeah.
A lot of hand beating on the fucking.
Sure, bonga, bonga, bonga. Yeah. Try and dress it up. You can barely play guitar.
Nibbling on a Viagra to keep me going.
Yeah, like a mouse with a little piece of cheese.
And that dude was hammering, dude. And I was having so much sexual issues and shit. He'd be in there just fucking. I'd almost have Jason to send him in there. I'd be like, just go up the hill, man.
Come on. Climb up his bunk bed. Climb up the top bunk.
Turn around.
That's a very interesting living room, like
It was crazy,
roommate
dude.
dynamic.
And we had an Eclipse. His son had an Eclipse because this dude was struggling. His son had an
Mitsubishi?
Eclipse. Yeah. Mitsubishi Eclipse, but it wouldn't turn off, right? You couldn't turn it off. So you had to just...
Siphon gas?
No, you
until
just
it
have to
turned
keep
off?
putting gas. So we keep
Okay.
like... We had
Hold on. It never turned off.
You couldn't. You could, but you'd have to it was so hard to get back on.
Okay.
So we'd keep like extra cans of gas at the fucking parking space. We had an underground parking space. Yeah, that was it, but it was a green one.
That's a nice car, man. I
It was a
remember the
green
Eclipse.
one. And it had good rims on it too. I don't know if they have that. Oh, not that green. That is very...
More of a seafoam.
Yeah. I would go with that one to the right of the horizontal one, of the vertical one. Left, right there.
Nice.
Something like that. Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. Not as nice as that, but it's
But yeah,
something
we
like
get
that.
the idea.
Yeah. But that bitch, we would keep a couple cans of gas because it got great mileage. You could fucking keep it going.
I don't know how good the mileage is if you have to keep the gas just to keep it running.
I would drive that bitch over I went to Loyola University. I'd drive that bitch. And fucking
Loyola
park.
where? There's one in
In New Orleans, yeah. And
Okay.
since you kept it running, you could park in a weird spot and people were like, oh, the guy's just coming and going.
And how long would it be there idling?
Fucking 2 hours. I'd fucking be in class. I'd be in class, dude. But it was kind of nice right when you got to it, got right in.
Sure.
left.
You don't have the fucking that hassle of doing this, turning your fucking forefinger 1 inch.
But it was a flex to the ladies.
Yeah,
like, damn,
yeah,
that guy's a chauffeur.
Keep it running. Yeah.
Like it's him. But he's still,
It's you from the past.
it's kind of like
But that's my
a
chauffeur.
chauffeur. Nah. Sorry, guys. My ride's here.
My ride's here. No one stole it, huh?
No.
They respected the Eclipse.
I guess, sometimes I would put the flashers on. I think it's like, there's a lot of reverse psychology there, you know? It's a lot of General Sherman.
Hiding in plain sight.
Yeah, very much.
Yep.
Very much of the Algonquin. How they behaved.
I love the idea of, and how old was that guy at the time? Is that
buddy's
depressing
dad
to think
was
about?
probably 52.
Okay.
Handsome, pretty good at tennis.
Handsome.
He could wear short shorts.
Love that.
He's a foundational guy.
Foundation. Plus size guy?
Middle size.
Middle size, mid size.
Yeah.
Love that. I see.
I love to drink. He's a vodka orange juice guy in the morning even. Morning drinker.
And I guess a divorced man,
Yeah.
if he was hammered.
I'd lived with his family before that. And he'd gotten...
Well, through the divorce?
Yeah.
And then he got you in the divorce? He's like, how the fuck did I end up with my son's adult friend in the divorce? This bitch got the house. I got Theo playing fucking Tears of Heaven while I'm trying to keep a heart on.
And meanwhile, you can barely hear the song because there's a Mitsubishi Eclipse running outside the window.
fumes are coming up through the underground garage. You have fucking poison. You have CO2 poisoning.
Oh, man, dude.
That's fucking
That's
awesome.
crazy, dude.
Was that your weirdest?
That was probably one of my craziest living situations. But I
situations?
always lived for cheap, man. I slept under my buddy's bed for probably 7 months out in Los Angeles when I first got out there. I lived in this little cupboard that was in a living room. They had like
Sure.
these 2 cupboard doors.
Love
and it was
that.
like 3 feet high,
Okay.
4 feet wide.
Just
And
the bed?
No, there was no bed in there. It was just a floor, right? But you
Okay,
put
okay.
but it was long and it was like probably 8 feet deep. So
Nice.
it's perfect. I'm going to bed, boom, get in there like
Nice.
a bird, little bird house or whatever.
Yeah.
And sometimes I come out right on the hour, you know?
Right.
But I was always sharing, dude. I slept on my buddy's floor for $150 in college in a
Love
sleeping
that.
bag, and I'd fucking yell at him, complain about shit.
Yeah.
But he needed the money, so we're just fucking.
It's so fucking funny. I did the same. I similarly, I convinced my friends to give me a shitty room in their house in Baltimore. I lived for $300
Oh, yeah.
a month. I had a room. They were just like, I was literally living on my go-to meal was beans and eggs.
Oh,
On
yeah.
one, I would bake them and put them on one sheet. And that way I could just use the sheet as my plate. I wouldn't have to do dishes. I just, after I'm done eating the beans and eggs.
Into the washing machine.
Directly into the washing machine with the condoms from the 18th century.
Yeah.
And hanging off the fucking clothesline.
Don't mind if I...
Don't mind, no.
Please hang them. Let the neighbors see that we're fully operational over here.
No 1/8 of a Viagra needed.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp. When your mental health is unsure, you know what it's like. You ever been driving a car and one of the tires is shaking? Well, sometimes that kind of stuff is happening in your brain or in your emotions or in your attitude. Just notice when you got a bad wheel on your carriage, baby, on your brain carriage, when you got that baby wheel on there and that thing's shaking, buddy, rattling, leaves your whole brain a rattling. If your brain or your feelings or how you're operating in your world are uncomfortable or they're not keeping your ride smooth, well, BetterHelp can help. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Let the gratitude flow with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Theo today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, betterhelp.com/THEO. There are some things in life that are okay to be a total crapshoot, like trying a new type of milk in your coffee or maybe trying a pasta sauce that you're not familiar with. But finding the right doctor shouldn't be a total crapshoot. And with ZocDoc, it's not, because you've got more options than you know. ZocDoc, that's what I want to tell you about. It's a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors, choose the right one for your needs, and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking about in-network appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, eye care to skin care, and much more. Plus, ZocDoc appointments happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments. Hooray, ZocDoc. I hate waiting for appointments, man, and I've used ZocDoc, and it's helpful. So you should stop putting off your doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/THEO to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/THEO. ZocDoc.com/Theo. What did I see in the news? Did you see that Mark Wahlberg restaurant?
Wahlburgers? The
It
classic?
burned down, though. He had a new restaurant.
A fancy one?
Let me see. Mark Wahlberg's new restaurant in Las Vegas burns down opening day.
Opening day.
Wow.
Mark Wahlberg was excited about today because he's supposed to open up his new restaurant, Fletcher Cantina. It went
Fletcher.
up in flames just hours ago. Check this out. This is Town Square, and it's obviously fully involved with fire here. And we have gotten a ton of emails to this station inviting the cameras out because Mark Wahlberg was going to be there around 4:30 this afternoon.
no.
On the red
Oh,
carpet
no,
for
you
an
can see
interview.
the flames
And at
inside.
10 o'clock, they were going to get the oversized scissors out and welcome everyone in for the grand opening.
Oh, no.
So obviously
Wow,
that's not
the
happening
defrauded,
today. Once we
dude.
You
find-
think you think that's just a plate of fajitas that was sizzling too much? You think that got a little out of control?
Great point.
Do we know it's not just a really intense fajita? It is Fletcher Cantina after
Yeah,
all.
go back and show that window right there. That does look
Yeah.
like, and they spray that flavor on it, smoke or whatever.
Like Greece, we have that maybe a flambe. We do a saganaki, Greek people, the cheese you set on fire.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of different stuff it could be. I don't think we should draw conclusions right away.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. I thought it was a burger shop he was doing, but
Yeah.
that's wild. They're
Well, he had
going Mexican
Wahlburgers.
now.
Fletcher.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound, I gotta be honest, does not sound appealing. Fletcher. Sounds too much like flesh.
Fletcher.
Fletcher.
Yeah, if you're just a regular person, like, I'm going to Fletcher.
Fletcher Cantina, no thanks.
Yeah, it's kind of bizarre.
Cantina, I'm okay with.
He's done some interesting things. You know, he had an alcohol, but then he said he didn't drink, and then he came out with a tequila, which I thought was kind of wild.
Interesting. What do you think that's about?
I don't know. I think it was just when like celebrities were coming out with tequilas.
It was purely a business move.
Yeah, like when George Clooney came out with one.
Sure.
Dude, one time I was in Toronto. I'm sitting there. It's like probably 12:30 or something, a.m. I'm just sitting on my computer in the lobby, dude. Hoping to meet my wife or whatever.
You're in the lobby.
Yeah.
At 12:30 on your computer.
Desperate for attention. Probably. I don't know.
That's fucking awesome.
I can't remember why.
After a show, you're just there.
I think I was doing shows, yeah.
Gotcha.
So I was just hanging out. Because it's funny, after shows you don't want to go to like
Still
bars
buzzing,
and shit.
yeah.
It's like you go to a bar, you're going to see a lot of people from the show. Sometimes it can be overwhelming.
Definitely.
And then if I don't drink, it's hard to be there. So it's like there's nowhere usually to go.
Sure. No, that's true.
Restaurants are closed usually.
Yep.
So then you can go to like a gas station, sometimes ice cream, or your hotel.
Sure.
But I'm sitting there and I feel something on my neck right here, and it's fucking Mark Wahlberg, dude.
Pretending to have a gun?
Yeah. He's like, caught you slipping, or however, you know.
You have failed the keep it on you challenge or caught lacking challenge.
Yeah. Yes.
You failed the caught lacking challenge.
It was like
by
that.
Mark Wahlberg.
I was like, look at this fucking boondock saint out here. Was he in that movie?
He was not.
Oh, damn.
He was not.
But
But
one of the joke didn't land.
But he does embody the spirit of the Boondock Saints.
He thought he was
question.
in it.
Yeah.
He thought he was in it. But I said that, and then he invited me the next day to his tequila opening. He was actually really nice. He had a nice group of friends, really chill.
He seems nice, but it's also like that level of fame where people start to go insane in a like polite way. Like a guy, like it doesn't seem sinister, but it's insane to wake up at 3 a.m. to work out.
Yeah.
And play golf and like, it's just crazy. And like
3:15, yeah.
Go to 3:15, wake up, pray for 1 hour. I mean, I know, whatever this, I don't know if he's, 2:30. I mean, that's not a time to wake up.
2:30 a.m. wake up. 2:45 a.m. crypto prayer.
Yeah.
3:15 breakfast. 3:40 to 5:15 workout.
That's a long workout. Respect.
That's a lot. Post-workout meal only 2 hours after breakfast. That's wild. Shower, he gets an hour and a half for shower.
That can't be real, right?
Hey, dude, I have definitely taken some sad showers.
Yeah, but that's not when you're fucking when you're a regimented, like planning an hour and a half shower. You don't plan hour and a half showers. You're so fucked up that you take an hour and a half shower. I've taken some of those too, Theo. I'm not judging, but that's when I'm hungover as fuck and I'm like, should I just fucking do drugs at 7 a.m.?
Yeah.
Like that's like you're spending 45 minutes convincing yourself not to take pills.
Yeah.
That's what those long showers are, man. They're not thinking about the Lord and my fucking
Like, I can't
bicep
sleep.
curls.
I'm so high I should go in the shower. For a while.
Yeah. Maybe if I'm in the shower, I won't purchase a prostitute. That's what that shower. Maybe if my hands are wet, I can't fucking use my phone, so I won't fucking buy and hate myself the second I nut. That's what that shower's about. That shower's not reflecting on your 3:15 a.m. breakfast.
And look, we're cross-promoting our own lives here with yours.
Yeah.
Mark.
We're not talking about Mark Wahlberg. This is from ours. This is about, we're putting a little of the personal into this riff.
Yeah. But it's just got to be wild. But you open a restaurant, dude, opening day, and that thing cooks.
Yeah, that's
brother.
crazy.
But that, crazy. I think I'm trying to think of anything good burnt down by us when I was growing up.
Ooh, any good fires?
I don't know if we had.
I only have hate crimes in my neighborhood, which are not fun to talk about.
Yeah.
Just idiots that didn't understand that Indian people weren't, like after 9/11, some fucking idiot in Baltimore.
An Indian person get fucked.
Yeah, they just burnt a Sikh guy who wore a turban. He's like, he's Osama bin Laden, so I'm gonna fucking burn down his fucking mini mart.
You're like, that guy's a librarian.
Yeah.
That guy runs a 7-Eleven, the library in the middle of it.
Yeah, literally, he was like a fucking nice guy.
I just went to a nice Indian restaurant here the other day called Bungalow.
Nice. I love that. I like a nice Indian. Yeah, there it is.
This Indian. Vikas is the chef there.
Vikas.
Dude, he let us sit at the chef's table. They put a little table.
I love that.
Right by the kitchen. It's fancy, but it's not crazy fancy. I got to get this guy on the podcast. It was just fascinating to like eat Indian food, learn like just about some of the energy and why they have certain things. It was that
looks awesome. I'll check it out.
A ton of Indian people. And he said a lot of Indian people don't go out to dinner because a lot of them cook at home.
Yeah.
And they always believe their cooking is better than other places.
I get that. I understand that. I mean,
I do not believe that at my place.
Yeah. Well, what's the traditional
Quesadilla smoothie.
Yeah. A Slim Jim quesadilla. It's like, that's what you grew up on. And nobody can make these better than my mom. Owl meat, fried rice.
A little bit of squab in there.
Yeah.
From the holidays, get a little bit of squab,
Maybe a nice possum rib roast.
Yeah, a little bit of pigeon, we call it. A little bit of fucking sidewalk oysters. You know what I'm talking about. What were we just talking about?
The Indian people will not go out to eat.
Right. But that restaurant was really great, man. Went there. That was kind of cool.
I love that. I was in England. I was in London and I had Indian food and it was so incredible.
Yeah. They're there.
Like, yeah. Well, that's the one upside to the British Empire. It's like if they
brought Indian food along.
If they fucked up India, the least I can do is go enjoy a nice meal as a result. They're there either way.
Yeah.
So, but it was good as fuck. It was,
you'd be a good Indian, I think.
Thank you, man. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
100%, man.
Yeah. I've got some Buddha qualities.
I just think, they would herald you, I feel like.
Well, they do respect the cow. So I have a bull, kind of like a bull.
Yeah, I think they would just, yes.
I have kind of like a bull.
You could be like an Indian sumo wrestler.
I would love that. Yeah. We can start
that. Could be one of your other movies. It's like you go to India to be the first Indian sumo wrestler. Right. Put you in some semi-off brown face.
No, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know that maybe I'll just get a nice tan.
Huh? Nah.
I can get pretty crispy, dude.
Can you?
Greek Mediterranean blood, maybe that's it. Maybe that's what happens. I get such a tan that someone mistakes me for an Indian.
Signs you up.
Signs me up to be the first Indian sumo wrestler. And there we go. India's first female sumo wrestler defying odds and empowering women.
Hetal Dave is her name. Hetal.
Shout out to Hetal.
Hetal Dave's journey in sumo wrestling is not just about personal triumph. It's about rewriting what's possible for women in India.
Love that. Push him around, Hetal.
Love interest?
Yeah, I could smash an Indian sumo wrestling woman. No problem.
That's love, dude.
That's love. Absolutely. I can't really tell. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to give it a hesitant yes from that picture that I would smash.
I meant for the movie that she could be your
Yeah, and I'm saying, I want to do it for real.
Let's see what happens, huh?
Let's see what kind of sparks fly on set.
Yeah, dude. That's all it is, dude. You
think a romance maybe is possible between you and Spade? Maybe you guys just have like become gay later in life?
No, there's a gay, I think Tim Dillon might be in it.
Okay.
Small part, or just
who do you think sucks who off then?
Not it. So, TBD, bro. To be David.
TBD to be Dave.
So we'll see what God wants out of those guys.
Love that, yeah. Yeah, I can see Tim doing that.
What about the election over there happen, man? Did people go crazy out here in New York? Did you feel any of that energy?
Where was I?
I just felt so glad that it's over.
I was filming.
I don't know. Philly taping?
Yeah, we were taping. We were doing tires.
You're doing tires, right? How exciting is that too?
Tires fucking rules. Yeah, I mean,
what's it like between the second season and the first season? Is the set different? Because
set's not different.
Same,
but we're in the same spot, and I think it's gonna be fucking great. I mean, the first season, I didn't even know when I agreed to do it. I thought it was going on YouTube.
Yeah,
like it was like Shane texted me. There was no like agents involved. There was nothing. He was like, hey, we're doing this thing. They didn't have scripts. We were kind of writing shit as we were going. Like I was supposed to have a small part and we just had like so much fun doing it. They kept like adding, it was like so fun. And we felt like we were just making a fun web series. You know what I mean? Like, cause I loved Gillian Keeves was so fucking funny. Their sketches were so good. And I almost was in one and then it like fell through. And so I just wanted a chance to work with those guys. So when Shane hit me up, I was like, I don't need to know shit. Let's just fucking do it. And it's insane that this thing that we did in a few weeks. And then we did like a couple days of reshoots. And it was a fucking show that was top 10 on Netflix for like 2 weeks. It's insane.
My mom liked it.
Yeah. And so I think, we've been shooting from, I think we started in October and we end in the middle of December. And so it's, much more time. They actually had a real writer's room. They went over the scripts. We have,
Yeah.
You know, I'm the least important. I don't want to give away too much, but there's like a bunch of cool actors in it.
You play the brother, right?
I'm basically like
Or the dad, the other manager?
No, I'm the guy who's not in the family, basically. I'm the guy who's like, it's like a family tire shop, and I'm like the kind of middle manager GM who's just kind of in the middle of it. You can't tell if I'm good at my job or not. I'm just kind of a pig. Again, pretty hard role. A horny idiot. It was really hard for me to get into the character. But it's going to be fucking good, man. I mean, and those guys are great. I mean,
is it shot on sticks or is it shot like The Office? I've seen it. It's just been probably 4 months since I saw it.
I mean, it depends, but it's mostly. I would say it's mostly handheld. They have some steady shots, but no, we have the whole crew is fucking awesome. And,
it's so much fun, and that girl in it is so good.
Kyla crushes it. Well, that's what's awesome about like. You gotta love Shane because he legit brought his friends along.
Yeah.
In like a very Sandler way. But the second he could, like Steve Gerben, who is,
so good.
He's the man, he's the lead, but it's like they did open mics together. You know what I mean? Like that whole crew, Kyle, the same thing. And McKeever, who directs it, is so fucking good. He's such a great director. Shane's a great actor. And it's awesome. It's just great to see that kind of shit. I mean, that's
like
part
funny shit.
And it's again,
people saying people fixing tires.
Yeah. Well,
what this country was founded on.
Right. Misogynist fixing tires.
Dude. Yes, you're going to have to deal with a little bit of misogyny, but we're going to get you back out on the road.
It's like, you want the chassis tightened up or not?
That's been the story of history.
But yeah, I mean, if you're setting us some shit in a tire shop, that's how those motherfuckers behave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be realistic about it.
Do you think there's a trans male swimmer in there or something?
Yeah. Ooh, that would be interesting. Yeah.
We need these better tires.
Yeah, that would be good.
These tires ain't tiring enough.
On the way to the, maybe on the way to the meet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bring them in, get the fellas.
Reginald has a magic tire.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck is happening? No, you need a fucking. All people want is just art to reflect life, man. Let's be realistic.
And if your thing is set in a tire shop, that's how those guys have to behave.
Yeah,
I'll watch the swimmer show.
Yeah,
that's fun, and they can go do. They can fucking talk the way they actually talk. And if you have tire guys, talk the way they talk.
Right. That's what you just need. I think that's people just want the reality of stuff.
Yeah,
it's I agree.
And those guys are funny as shit. My dad's a contractor. Those guys are hilarious. Growing up around these fucking morons, they're stupid as shit, and they rag on each other so much.
Oh yeah,
it's fucking awesome.
It's great.
And The Office was set in an office, and you can't really say wild shit in an office, so it can be a little bit more mainstream. But if you're gonna do some shit in a family-owned tire shop. Yeah. It's like anything goes there.
We're talking, that is the Wild West.
Yeah, absolutely. A family-owned,
that's the Gaza Strip of fucking
There's
humanity.
no oversight.
Yeah.
There's no oversight. No matter what, no matter how many reports the UN writes, you're not stopping that. You're not stopping the fucking family-owned tire shop from saying racist shit. Yeah. You can't do it. That's how it goes. Same thing with diners.
Yeah.
You can't. I would don't let a teenager work in a Greek diner. Okay?
Really?
Just don't do it. You're gonna don't let the hostess work for some guy. The evil variant of me from a different universe that has same hair, open black polo. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You don't want him sexually harassing the hostess. You know what I mean?
No. Well, as long as the guy who's making my food has a thing of toilet paper stuffed up one of his nostrils, I don't give a fuck.
As long as one of the line cooks is going through active withdrawals.
Hey, you want your eggs scrambled? Yeah. Just by his hand holding there with a spatula?
Greek restaurant, same thing. Look, there might be some chest hair on your lamb chops, but it's going to be the best lamb chop you've ever had in your life. You really want to get the fucking food safety people involved in this? You want a bland, hairless lamb chop? Be my guest.
God, lamb, huh? The pussy of beef.
I agree, gamey.
It really is kind of.
It's good as fuck.
You're like, what part of the lamb is this?
This is good, dude. Oh, I love a nice fucking lamb chop.
How does it feel? You've become a staple of your favorite football team. How does that kind of feel over time?
That's awesome. I love the Ravens. It's fucking sick. And I have a show at the Lyric, which is, I did it last year. I did a bunch of shows this year. I'm doing a couple for the holidays. It's fucking nuts to go to the team you grew up rooting for. And it's like, they fucking put me on the Jumbotron, dude. You get a big pop. I got to fucking, I got to meet players. I get to meet this guy.
What player is that?
That's Real Fan Dan.
Oh, okay.
Who is,
Oh,
he does
cool.
the RAVENES dance.
Oh, he gets to go?
He gets it going. He's got some,
Yeah.
the Chaperone version.
Chapel Raven, dude.
Chapel Raven, that's me, dude. And they put this on the Ravens Instagram account. The official Ravens Instagram account. Really? Let me put on fucking a helmet. Yeah,
you got to rip a dart on there next time.
They wouldn't let me mention guns.
Mm-hmm. Or Suboxone.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Also, Suboxone Wilson is a player there too, which is
great on the edge. Yeah. Great on the edge.
Not allowed, dude. Bro, the Saints have someone keeps tweeting about the Pope keeps accidentally tweeting about the New Orleans Saints, dude. Can you see if you can find that?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. Are you an LSU guy? Are you a
Here's who
Saints
I like.
guy?
I'm a Saints guy, but they've been under delivering for the past few years.
Yeah.
And that's been Pope Francis keeps accidentally tweeting about the New Orleans Saints. So that's where we are.
Hashtag Saints are formed by the Beatitudes, poor, meek, merciful, hungering, and thirsting for justice, seeking peace.
Okay, yeah. So there's some issues with the refs.
Yeah.
I think the Saints, the post went up before the Saints lost to the lowly Carolina Panthers, marking their 7th straight defeat.
God is not on your side.
They took it out, but in the actual tweet, it was showing the Saints logo every time he hashtagged Saints.
Wow, and there he is right there. Thank you for your prayers, Pontiff. We need them. What?
Interesting. But does that prove, there it is, does that prove the Catholic God is not real? Because a tweet from Pope Francis doesn't even get you to beat the fucking Panthers.
That's a good point.
I'd like to see, a Muslim guy tweet about you. I'd like to see. This is a good way to see who wins. Yeah. This is how we can tell who's right.
Yeah.
Each religion tweets about the New Orleans Saints.
Tweeters, start your fingers. And they rattle off.
We get to see
who really gets.
Is it Islam? Is it Judaism? Yeah,
each week
Buddhism.
they all get a shot.
Wiccan. Catholicism. Wiccan, yeah. Get some fucking fat bitches with black lipstick to put a curse on your opponent. Tear out a raven's heart.
Oh, dude. One time I was walking on the beach in like Destin, Florida at night. And we were kids and we got to go to the beach. And I met this girl out there, pretty Rubenesque girl.
Love that.
And so she's like, I want you to hold me in the water or whatever. And it was I'd hidden like a bottle of wine that I saw from someone in the sand earlier in the day. So I'm out there literally digging in the fucking sand by myself under like probably pretty decent moonlight, right?
Sure.
So I'm fucking digging in there and like I'm one of those like watching the grunion run or whatever. Like I'm a pregnant turtle.
Trying to see how many of your babies make it to sea.
Literally, I'm just looking for a bottle of Zinfandel, putting my hand in and then she came up and we had a couple sips of it. We were talking and stuff. And she's like, I want you to hold me in the water. So then we're out in the fucking water, dude.
Love that.
Kissing. It was fucking ridiculous.
Was she any Wiccan?
Or and she was a Wiccan, yeah.
Interesting.
That's what I was about to tell you.
Did she do any chants or enchantments to you?
No, she just said some stuff. She didn't believe in this and that, and she was Wiccan.
Interesting.
And that she had to be pregnant by a certain time or whatever.
and you didn't oblige. Well, you're like, I'm out. You want this white tail or not?
I was like, this Zinfandel is gotta fucking go Findel.
Did you encounter any like? Because I think about like New Orleans, they have some spooky shit. Any witches, any like voodoo shit? Did you ever encounter any of that stuff?
I stole money one time off of an altar there, and and my life was bad for like 7 months. And then, swear to God,
I believe you.
Here was the crazy part: I stole the money and then used the money to buy peanut butter M&Ms. Right.
Hexed for peanut butter M&Ms.
And so that was horrible. And I was on the road for a while, and then I finally got back home, and I went and put twice as much money back.
And it was all good after
Yep.
that?
But we grew up, there was a lot of snake fucking Protestants, you know?
Sure. Now, hold on. What kind of altar and where was this altar?
This was in the French Quarter, outside, like on the edge of the French Quarter.
Gotcha. And it was just kind of out there.
Yeah, they just had a thing put together. And
It's interesting how many different, because Greek people have like, when somebody died, we have like the kind of like a little altar for like your past loved ones. And if you think about it, it is, even though we're Greek Orthodox, that's so clearly like a pagan ritual. You put a little altar for the deceased. That's not in like Christianity anywhere. It's just, you know.
But I wonder if we should spend more time communicating with the deceased, you know, helping relieve, you know, or is there anything that they need to tell us? It's like, we're just like fucking you know, like once they clock out, we're like, you are off the fucking.
Yeah. We're going to Mangiano's, having some pasta in your memory, and that's it.
Yeah, they just like, because the Mexicans do that every year. They let the vet, you know, they let all the, you know.
Let them out for one last fiesta.
Yeah, like on MS 31st or whatever. Halloween night, they let all of like the family members come back, you know.
You ever see Coco, the movie about that?
Yeah, I think Joey Diaz is, oh no, I'm thinking of somebody else.
Joey Diaz is in Coco.
I thought he was in it.
That's awesome.
Fucking tremendous.
You got to deal with your generational trauma, you cocksucker. Stop depending on your grandfather to turn your life around. That's awesome.
I think I did try to watch this on a plane or
this
whatever.
Legitimately destroyed me when I saw it. What happened was, so me and my brothers, we had a tradition where we would take some kind of hallucinogenic, whatever big like Hollywood release was out that, you know, like a big fun action movie or like the first time we did it was the new Star Wars prequels, where it was like we didn't give a fuck about Star Wars that much, but you take some fucking acid, you watch Star Wars. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fucking awesome. So we would do that on Christmas or around Christmas. Sword
fight your stepfather in the fucking yard.
Yeah, you really will actually. You will. It did cause some issues.
You're out there fucking surprise attack with a catalytic converter out there. Boy, I'll fucking.
So we did that, and then one year it was Aquaman was coming out.
Oh yeah.
Forgot to buy fucking tickets ahead of time. Thought for sure there's no way, you know, Aquaman's gonna be sold out. And then we forget, so it's sold out. We get there. I'm already on acid.
Oh my God.
And we're like, all right, let's just get back to the house ASAP. We're all fucking on acid.
Into the film?
We couldn't. So then my brother's like, Coco is pretty like colorful. This could be fun. Dude, it's a story all about family death. Like my best friend's mom had just died. We were like, it's a story all about like family and death. And dude, I'm just tripping my nuts off, just sobbing and being like, dude, I thought I was gonna watch Jason Momoa fight a fucking punch a fish in the head, and now I'm thinking about my dead grandparents and if they're proud of me or not. And I'm just, it was so fucked up, dude.
Wow.
And then my brother, I was like sobbing so much afterwards. My brother's like, all right, man. And he just put on Thor Ragnarok for me to just fucking calm down.
Hey,
He's like I was a fucking baby.
You gotta.
It's like, here's your fucking dumb movie, because I would watch that on acid a bunch. That was a fun thing I would do.
He puts on Wendy Weatherfoot on YouTube.
Yeah, he puts on softcore pornography with huge titted women. He's like, here you go, buddy. Your favorite stuff.
Wendy Weatherfoot is a children's.
Oh no, sorry. I was just thinking. Yeah, I don't know what Wendy Weatherfoot is. I was just going into stuff I liked.
You know, yeah, Wendy Weatherfoot is a nature-based animation series on YouTube. If you like children in nature, you might like it.
Right, that would have been a better thing to calm me down.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fucked up how much Coco on acid when I was not emotionally ready to deal with it, how fucking destroyed me, dude. Destroyed me. But, you know.
Acid is just such a wild thing that they make.
Yeah.
Because first you're like, you're telling me this little bitty square of paper
isn't going to do shit?
Is going to remodel the way I experience the world?
Completely fuck my brain up.
Is going to make me hide behind the car in your yard and cry about how your parents met each other? I don't know, guys.
Same thing. The last one we did was Avatar, and I literally was fucking crying at that too. But that was a more like the movie was affecting me. I was like, oh fuck, dude, the fucking little guy's gonna die. And I was fucking crying. And like moments before I was laughing at what a stupid movie it was. And then they kill a character. I'm like, oh, he's fucking dead, bro. My brothers were just laughing at me. They weren't as fucked up
And
as
it's
I
just
was.
just the attendant is just shining a flashlight right in your eyes.
Yeah.
You give him your license. That's when you're fucked up at the movies.
Yeah.
You give him your
yeah.
you hand the guy your driver's license. The guy just shining a light on you.
Oh,
Dude,
fuck.
I've been watching all those, like around the holidays, I'll start watching a lot of those military people come home videos.
Oh, that'll fucking do it to you for sure.
Surprised at the school.
While we look for that one more time I was on acid at the movies, I was the people in the theater thought I was a special needs because I
And
was
what
like,
was it? What gave it, or what gave them the impression?
I was actually on mushrooms and acid at the time.
Okay.
And it was a
yeah.
packed one. And you familiar with Babu Frick? He's a little Star Wars guy. He's a little Star Wars Muppet.
Okay.
And every time Babu Frick would come on, I would be like, yeah, I would be so happy.
Oh, you loved
Because
him?
I was so on acid. I was so that I had kind of returned to being a fucking baby.
Oh,
and so
yeah.
he was just a cute little Muppet guy. And every time he'd come on, I'd be like, yeah, Babu Frick. I couldn't stop laughing, and people were mad, and then they looked at me, and then I saw them be like their faces soften because
They go, this guy's special
they
needs.
thought there's no way.
Yeah.
They thought I was like some teenager. They just looked around. It's like there's no way a man this old and fat is not special needs if he's reacting to Babu Frick this way. And then and they looked at my brother. And my brother was like, sorry, and they were like, oh no, it's fine.
Dude, I don't even know what to say now.
Some memorable acid. You're not an acid on
Oh,
movies.
me and my buddy. Well, I've told this story recently. It's just one that I
Oh, it's
remember.
okay.
But we went to the Waffle House in our town, right?
Love that.
And we got there at like 4:30 in the morning, and there was a gay, or there was a homosexual urban male in there, waiter,
Love
right?
that.
We'd never seen a gay black guy, right?
Wow. How old were you?
We were probably 14, right?
Okay. That's big.
Yeah, it was big, dude. We're very excited.
That's some of the funnest.
But
That's one of the funnest type of guys in the world.
Oh, we're so high, dude.
Yeah.
And we're so high that all we could do is fucking laugh.
On
You know what I'm talking about?
hallucinogenics or
Yeah,
just
we're
weed?
taking some LSD.
Cool.
And so we went there because it was open. It's the only place that had lights out where you could be somewhere
Yes.
and be young and
Yeah.
not have to. As long as you were buying food, you had a
Yes.
legal reason to be there.
Yes.
I'm legally here
Yes.
for breakfast,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Well, we started
Your Honor,
laughing so hard.
May I use the hash browns defense? I'd like to enter the hash browns defense. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's
So you guys are fucked up.
Oh, and we're so fucked up. My buddy starts laughing so hard and starts fucking choking. He's laughing so hard. The waiter starts giving him the fucking
Heimlich.
maneuver, dude. So there's I
Awesome.
laughed.
That would destroy me.
My body was coming out of my fucking
Yeah,
body, dude.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
doing like this. I was like, and my buddy's just getting fucking remodeled by this breakfast brother,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
reshaping him,
Love
bro.
it.
Smothered him fucking.
And what style of
chunk.
gay guy are we talking? Does he have like eyeliner
Small
on?
but strong.
Small but strong. Yeah.
Small but strong. Like
Just posture and the way he talks. What do you mean?
quick.
Sure,
quick
shifty.
with his words. Had flair on,
Ooh.
but didn't need to have it on.
Right. That's not mandated
Like
by
he had so much on, you almost thought he was like one of those people that blows up the balloons or whatever. You're like, what is this guy?
Yeah. He's selling them.
He's like,
yeah.
blow up some breakfast.
Yeah, he's being fun.
Yeah, he's
Love
being
that.
fun. Great attitude, great guy.
Great attitude saved your friend's life.
Yeah. I went to SNL the other night too. That was pretty cool.
Oh, hell
Went
yeah.
and saw Burr.
Fuck yes, dude.
That
That's
was cool.
awesome.
It was cool just to be there. You ever been there?
I've never been there, no. I want to go, and I have friends who are on the show now, and like it would be cool to go, but I just, always traveling, never here. Saturday, it's a hard night to be.
They'll probably ask you to do it this year, I bet.
No, I don't think so. I'd love to, but
Would you?
I would absolutely love to. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to fuck, it seems like, because I have friends who are on the show, and it's like, seems like a hard job. That's the thing. We're as much as stressful as it is to like have to put out shit constantly and be touring, like you're still your own boss. I can't imagine that's a great, that's a huge comedy show that people still watch, but you're somebody's fucking employee.
Yeah.
I can't imagine doing that anymore, dude. Even if it's a cool fucking job, just being worried about my performance at work. I can't do that shit, dude. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But I would
Especially-
love to. It's a dream to host it.
But if that's why I say like I work for myself and I'm a hard person to work for.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm my own boss, and my boss is a fucking idiot.
And my boss is an asshole
My
too.
boss is an
sometimes.
asshole. He's a fucking
Yeah, he's a closeted homosexual as well. Hey, that's a lie. Okay? If I saw you in Houston.
If your name is Mark and we're hooked up in Houston.
Hold on, guys, let me start over.
Sorry,
And
you
like,
can't help it.
The dad just,
Yeah.
God, that was so ridiculous.
That's
But I had to play
awesome.
in the dark, and that was a challenge. I remember that.
That's good for your understanding of the fretboard.
Yeah.
You know, it's
was a
more
big
intuitive.
challenge.
It's more.
Yeah, SNL was great. It was cool to see. Well, Bill Burr dropped into a lot of the characters. He like the acting part where you're like doing the characters. He did a really great job.
He's a good
I thought.
actor, man.
Yeah, he really like try. You know, it's like
Yeah.
because some of it was like kind of you would think it's a little cheesy or whatever.
Sure.
But he like you know
You got to commit. You're
Right.
there. You know what I mean? Like sketch comedy in general is a little cheesy, but if you're gonna do it, you got to fucking do it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
It was cool. McGee played.
Hell yeah.
That was pretty dope. I'm trying to think of what else happened.
Any you go to the after party or anything like that?
I didn't go.
Yeah.
I heard that it's interesting. They line up like limos, and people all from the show go get in the limos, and they're just waiting outside, and it takes everybody to the after party.
Interesting.
So
A show of force.
Yeah.
Kind of like how North Korea has a bunch of tanks and stuff. SNL's like, we got 12 limos.
yeah,
Don't fuck with us.
we got what we
got 12
dude.
limos going to the Dave and Buster's in Times Square.
Yeah, yeah. And all of our drivers are addicted to porn. If you're in North Korea, you see that?
That's awesome, dude. Salute to those guys.
Yeah.
That they made a big mistake. Once someone gets a little taste of pornography, you tell me they're going to go back to no porn. This could legitimately lead to the toppling of the North Korean regime.
Little dabble do you, dude. North Korea soldiers in Russia gain internet access, view lewd videos.
This is from UkrainianWorldCongress.org. Where the fuck are you getting your news, man?
The same place everybody is, dude.
UkrainianWorldCongress.org. What
Bro,
the fuck
this is a website
this?
we made a half hour ago. Okay. This is all news now. It's whatever you want it to be. A usually reliable source. This is from this article. Tells me that the North Korean soldiers who have deployed to Russia have never had unfettered access to the internet before. As a result, they're gorging on pornography. Wow.
That's awesome. Gorging is crazy. Gorging mean what's gorging like the equivalent of? Because I've gorged on food.
Yeah. Probably
My
mouth
stomach's
open,
hurt.
use a couple of phones going at once.
I don't think it's their best soldiers.
Mm.
I think they're sending expendable guys. There's no way Kim Jong-un is sending his best
That's a great
boys
point.
out there.
They're sending.
He might want to
the
get
porn boys.
the masturbators out of his ranks. He might have sent the masturbators out.
100%. Let's zoom in on a couple
can I
of these
just
guys.
say, he looks awesome. Look at that fit, bro.
Wow.
I want to dress like that for real.
You can do that, man.
I need those pants. I need that fucking leather jacket.
Is that goat leather?
Yeah. Where do they get it from? It's shiny.
Look
He's
at
looking
this.
awesome.
Oh, he looks great. I think, especially over the years.
He's really figured his look out.
Mhm.
He's come into his own.
They say he gets massages every day
And interesting.
and facials too.
I'd love that. I would
know.
love to live like that. I would
So good.
love him.
Look how high the one dude is on porn. Right above your cursor to the right. Zoom in on that guy. Right there. Right there. Just zoom in on that guy right there. There we go.
Can't go any. I gotta
Oh, you can't. Sorry.
Screenshot.
Enhance.
Let's get a
Enhance.
shot of that guy. So you see
The hats
most
are pretty.
porn.
The hats are pretty
Great.
high.
Great hats. I've watched that much porn before. Where one of my ears turned really red. That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
Because he's lost all the blood from that ear and it's gone
Oh,
translucent because that's all pumping to his cock.
It's all being used, brother.
All non-essential blood is being redirected to your dick when you see porn for the first time in 40 years.
Oh, dude, I remember at school when I would have to take tests, I would fucking tie my legs off like this to keep the blood like up by my brain.
Oh,
So
smart, dude.
So I'd be able to have more oxygen in my brain to help me think.
Where did you find out about that? Who told you about that? Was that just, you know
Just
what I mean?
good idea.
Just good idea. Did it work?
Yeah, I think it was
Nice.
pretty good. Pretty good student, you know.
Love that, dude.
Yeah, it was fun, man. Just being alive back then.
Yeah.
Fucking beautiful leg skin.
Oh yeah. What's the leg skin looking like these days? You don't really
good.
show off the gams too much.
I don't that much. Yeah, I mean, I put them away today.
That's not bad.
You know,
That's not bad.
I mean, yeah, they won't be in Westminster, but you know, they won't be in the dog show. But I do. So I think if I get in the gym for a couple of weeks, I'll show them. You know,
Please do.
I will. Thank you, man.
Please do.
But see, that's the thing. That's a blessing of being a foundational
Thank you,
man.
Yeah. We got some thick, and I'm even hiding the calves too. What bothers me is I'm a little too milky white up here.
Oh, you got those Force 5 walls right there, baby. Those things are
dude.
category 3.
Yeah. Oh
Fucking, you could hang out. Dude, you could hide 2 bitches behind those.
yeah. You could take shelter behind my calves, no problem.
I would love that.
Yeah, dude.
What else is happening, man? Anything else? Anything else you
what-
want to talk about?
Police seized a goat from an 11-year-old girl and she won a $300,000 settlement.
What is up with cops taking fucking animals, dude?
Yeah, something happened with a
squirrel.
too, huh?
I don't understand why people are fucking. It's just like bureaucrat. Like, who gives a fuck? And good for this girl. She won $300K. Now, I don't know all the facts. Hopefully, this goat wasn't biting people's dicks off or whatever. It turns out the goat was a fucking piece of shit. But if he was just a nice little goat, Vanessa Shakib.
Yeah, it's tough to know. The goat was seized by sheriffs. Go back to the top a little bit. Sheriff's deputies in 2022 while living at a North Carolina farm and was later slaughtered
Why did they eat him?
as outlined in court documents.
You can't slaughter a goat for no reason. For no
I
reason.
agree. No, not for no fucking
But if
reason.
look, if they had
What
a nice
cops
little-
like, nah, we're getting this guy out of here. And the goat's just like,
Yeah, the sheriff's deputy did nothing than enforce the law. Yeah, right.
who knows if this is even right? And then they got this squirrel or whatever. He did something.
Some dumb bitch snitched. They shouldn't have killed Peanut, but the bitch who snitched is obviously the biggest villain in here. But also the cops overstepping. Cops love killing a fucking animal when they can, man. They do. They'll shoot people's dogs for no reason. They just fucking like killing shit. It's
Quiet him down. It's just a fucking parakeet.
Yeah. He had a gun.
Yeah.
The parrot had a gun.
Oh man, what do you think of the world right now? Things feel okay now to you? Are you scared?
Not really.
Because I know there's the election, right?
Yes.
Do you what are people truly scared of? Do you think when they talk about Trump? But what is it? I kind of start to wonder, what do people be scared of?
I can tell you right. I mean, the thing. So for me, I didn't love either candidate here. I really didn't understand being enthusiastic about either candidate. I think, I'm not a Trump guy, obviously. I think he is dangerous in the things that I'm scared of the most. And the thing that made me lean towards Kamala was more than anything was the Supreme Court, and that it would be, if it's put under like far right control for the next however long. We've already seen, women's right to, over their bodies, the abortion, Roe v. Wade's been overturned, which I think is really dangerous. That's going to like really affect women's health care. Already in states that banned it, you see they're getting less just general OBGYN care because it's more dangerous to be a doctor in those states. So we don't think about shit that trickles down. So like it's harder to get just general health care, let alone abortion, in Texas now for women. And that's only going to get harder in rural states. And I think for me, that was the number one issue. That's really fucking scary to me.
Well, especially with the border being open and they're letting rapists in. It's fucking, you know what I'm saying though? It's like you're just, Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's the best time to repeal that.
Yeah. If we're going to follow your logic and you claim they got rapists coming in, maybe we should also keep abortion. But I think we got plenty of homegrown rapists too, but
look,
yeah.
We've got our own.
Sure,
we got some
sure.
union guys.
We've got some heirloom American rapists for sure.
Jesus Christ.
But I think that's the number one thing that scares me is about that, because it's not only that's the first step, and I think you can really see stuff that we take for granted as progress. Gay marriage is another thing. There's a really weird cultural. I think this is what happens anytime the party that's backed by the powers that be, big business, the rich people, the richest people in the world want far right politicians. And I think if
You
they
think still?
Absolutely, without question.
I feel like tech is now. I just feel like the parties
Elon Musk
changed.
is a huge Trump guy.
That's a good point.
I think rich people will support whoever's in power, number one, but they want to transfer wealth from the poor to the rich. They've been really good at doing it. The biggest issue, I think the reason the Democrats lost is because they pretend that there is no problem. It's like, that's fucking crazy. You have to tell people that, yes, there are issues here. Shit is more expensive. I think inflation, a big part of inflation is that companies realize they can just charge you more and say it's somebody else's fault. A lot of it's price gouging. That's fucking true. And
everything gets so much more expensive.
And companies are, some of it is just real inflation, but some of it is companies are hiding behind inflation. And like, Democrats did nothing to stop price gouging, right? They didn't even say they were going to do it. You can't tell people that things are going good when they're just clearly not. And there were just it sucks because the Democratic Party has become like, they were going after fucking Dick Cheney who's like,
it was so bizarre.
It's crazy because they're going after policy-wise, moderates, Republican people who most working class people don't agree with the economic stuff that they're saying. And then culturally, it bothers me when you become a party of like tattletales. It's like, it's become a party of like middle managers that want to get mad at you if you say the wrong thing. And it's like, that's not the most important issue. The most important issue for people is that things are fucking they have no health care. Wage inequality is out of fucking control. People's wages have not kept pace with how much bosses are earning.
Well, yeah. Well, what percent? I mean, Bernie Sanders said greatly that he thought if AI starts to happen for companies, right? So companies are making more money because of AI because they don't need people.
Yeah.
Right. Then some of that money should go to the employees.
Of course.
As opposed and cut down their hours for the week. Now you give them a better life instead of just making it where, well, fuck.
Well, we don't need you anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you don't get anything and we keep all the fucking profits. And I do think, I think we talked about it a little bit last time where it's like AI as a tool to fucking do creative shit. It's so weird when it's like it should be making normal people's lives easier. It shouldn't just be for rich people to be able to charge less. Like there should be some protections for workers and we should be able to you should be able to fucking buy a house. All these fucking regular issues that weren't really hit on. It was just, well, you got to vote for us because the other person's worse. And even though I think that is true, that's not a winning message. That's nothing, especially when the other side is they're at least saying shit's bad.
Well, yeah.
And they're saying it's for the wrong reasons. I don't think it's immigrants' fault. It's definitely not fucking, trans people aren't the people buying up houses and not letting you buy it. You know what I mean? Like, but at least they're saying something's wrong and they're saying some fucked up shit, in my opinion. They're trying to make it culture war stuff. They're trying to divide people who should be on the same side by saying, gay people are bad, trans people are bad, when it's like the people trying to fuck you are rich people. That's how it's always been. That's a tale as old as time. Like, and it's weird. Some people think they're going to be fucking billionaires when it's like they don't make off crypto or whatever. And they're like, well, when I'm that rich, I don't want to be taxed. And it's like, you fucking don't. You live you're sharing a loft bedroom with your friend's dad who's taking dick pills. You don't have to worry about fucking tax rates going up on you.
Don't bet on bet on yourself now.
Bet on yourself right now, man. How about we raise some taxes on the richest people and you get some fucking health care? It just, I don't know, man.
Maybe I shouldn't have. It's a lot.
It's frustrating because but even having said all that, I think what people are scared of the most with Trump is just, man, the Supreme Court being taken over by ideologically really right wing, because now the Senate is Republican and there's taken over by that. That's scary. That is scary to me because we could see a lot of stuff rolled back that we take for granted as fundamental and stuff that's just progress. We can argue over economic issues, whatever. But some of those things, that does scare me. Yeah. When it's like gay, women's rights are being rolled back. It would be so wild
if you got groups in there that were like, well, you can't do gay anymore.
Yeah. We're taking away gay marriage or whatever.
But then you'd have all the gay dudes have to pretend they're straight again or whatever.
Yeah. Back in the closet, boys.
Yeah.
Come on. I just threw away all my I just threw away all my dockers.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I just threw away all my fucking plaid
I
shirts.
just fucking burned all my Doc Martens and just lay in bed holding my high school girlfriend. Yeah, what are you
Gay guys and
about?
lesbians have to get married again, and then fuck on the side.
Hey, you know what? There was something admirable about those days, though.
Look, you got. I respect getting a nut anyway against everything.
Well, just the hard work, just the effort that people put into being gay.
Sure.
Whereas now, some dude's just like all day being gay. Just willy fucking nilly, just burning the gay candle at both ends. Yeah.
Yep. Doing Pilates. He's the only guy in the class.
Which was the gayest thing you do. I used to have a gay roommate for about 4 months, and he would chew gum in his fucking sleep. And I was like,
Whoa.
what is going on?
Did he have a defined jawline?
He was a figure skater. He could jump over a Toyota Tercel, the front part.
Wow, just the front.
Yeah, but side to side. Couldn't go long
Side
ways.
is
No,
good.
that's insane.
And
but he
he's
could jump
jumping
literally at an angle and kind of
he do the spin, the axle.
It was crazy.
That's awesome.
He could axle over a
Figure
fucking Toyota
skater, huh?
Tercel. Yeah.
Where'd you meet him?
We met him. We were shopping. My buddy and I were shopping for firewood, and we met him at a Vons one afternoon. We just moved to Los Angeles.
He was doing tricks in the parking lot.
Yeah, he was just doing that fucking pirouette where you just.
Your buddy's like, "Hey, pal, ease off the Tercel. I just got rid of the Mitsubishi. I can turn this fucking car off. The last thing I need is a gay heel going through my windshield.
Yeah, I toned it down, huh?
Tone it down.
Hey, just buff. He's just buffing it with his feet as he passes over. Well, I do think some things that I will say this though also, Donald Trump campaigned harder than fucking anyone for a 78-year-old man.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, I think he loves the attention of campaigning.
Oh, I agree.
You know what I mean?
But to even do it, dude,
yeah.
I just can't even believe. I mean, that like blew my mind. Just how much he could do. You know.
I think that's his favorite part, though. You saw him; he was electric on the fucking mic, bro.
Yeah,
he loves
doing his thing.
He loves crushing, dude. He loves getting in front of this crowd, just fucking riffing. Like, dude, you think that motherfucker wants to be in meetings, or you think he wants to be talking to the Nelk boys about how he used to get pussy in the 80s or whatever the fuck he was doing? Like, that's the part he likes. He doesn't want to listen to fucking reports about fucking stats and numbers and shit. No, he wants to eat a Big Mac, drink a Diet Coke, and go on bussing with the boys.
He's like Farrah Fawcett.
Oh yeah. So, cut the mics. Let me tell you a little something.
Suzanne Summers.
Yeah.
Funny. I will say, I think one of the funniest guys that's ever had though. Entertaining.
Without question. And that's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and tell you he's not fucking. He's funny as shit, which is, I think, why things are so. That's why he was able to sneak through. If somebody was saying the exact same shit with no humor at all, it would be horrifying. It would be. It's fucking he says insane shit. But it's funny as fuck, and he seems gay. That's the other thing. He's a New York gay guy who happens to be
You think
straight,
Trump's
I guess.
gay?
Well, I mean, come on. His mannerisms, his little pursing of the. He behaves like a gay guy is what I'm saying. He seems like a gay guy from Queens. He's from Queens. He has like that little.
Yeah, but you just put him in Queens in
His
that
fucking
story.
spray tan. No, he's from Queens.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. The spray tan. I'm saying I don't think he's gay, but he does have gay mannerisms.
Okay, well, this isn't.
Doing this, like his little fucking.
Where are the gays for Trump? That was the best. Like, where are they? They're here.
Yeah.
Couple gays for Trump.
No,
Where are the
dude.
squirrels for Trump? They're here. Look at them.
Where's my African American?
Blacks for Trump. There's 2 of them right there. Let them loose. Let them loose, guys.
Yeah. Oh, somebody whispers in his ear. Good to see you, boys.
Harriet Tubman's here. Dude, the best was he brought up Nikki Jam. He thought it was a woman. He's like, Nikki Jam is here. Beautiful. And it's a fucking dude, some dude off
Some
Instagram.
guy named Nicky Jam.
Some dude with a mouthful of Zins
That's
rolls up
awesome.
there. Just fucking spitting stay awake juice into the fucking audience.
No, he's so but that like I'm not gonna sit here and tell you the guy's he's so fucking funny.
But so it's the courts. So that's one thing that because I just hear that a lot. People are like, I'm so scared. I'm like, what are you fucking like? That's a part. I just never believe the government's going to affect my life that much.
I agree with you. The president doesn't have that much power. And if it wasn't for the Supreme Court, I would be like, who really gives a fuck? The Democrats didn't run any kind of coherent campaign. They don't want to. I hope this will make, because look, my politics are further left than that. I'm not a Democrat registered. Bernie is the only guy I liked in a long time because I thought he was the only human being who was like a real person of integrity. I think Donald Trump just is the idea that he's different from politicians is crazy. He's a rich guy who had, he grew up rich.
He's a class president for sure type.
Yeah, and it's like his dad, he was like his dad was a fucking slumlord. He's just a rich guy who's fucked over people on deals forever. I have class issues, right? I tend to not trust super rich guys and I don't see how he's going to do anything different. I think it's naive to think he's going to be different than, I understand not trusting the Democratic establishment, but it's like, to me, Trump's funny, but he's a fucking billionaire propped up by other billionaires. I think he's part of just the complex that runs our country, and I don't think he's any different.
Right.
The only person that I like...
It's going to be a challenge to see if he is. Like, I mean, they'll think,
He was already... That's the other weird thing. We're talking about him like he's this shaking up force. He was already fucking president. He's not new. That's what's weird.
Both of them were, that was a fallacy both of them had. It was like, and Kamala's like, it'll be different. Like, well, it's fucking,
I know. And
go home and make it different right now.
And that's why absolutely, you're in power right now. Do something. God knows Joe ain't doing shit. That guy's been having ice cream for 6 months.
I know. And they pretended. And when that's what lost me as a Democrat, that's when they lost me, was when they lied about, or when I just didn't like the way they treated that old man.
Yeah.
It's not fucking cool. Because then he believes he's doing great.
Totally.
So he wakes up every day.
Different.
He's listening to the music. He's fucking riding for his bike. He's looking for fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, what are they doing here?
He's looking awesome.
What is this,
honestly,
dude? Is this the end of Amazing Race? To heaven?
It looks like he's just about to finish a fucking marathon.
Yeah, and they're like,
but he just got out of his car.
And they're still pretending every day he's they just told him the other day he's the fucking mayor of Wisconsin.
And he's like,
and they're giving him unlimited.
Can I have some cheese curds?
Yeah, unlimited ice cream and milk.
Well, and that's why I agree with you. I think they made a fucking huge mistake in running him again. Like when he ran the first time, it's like, I get it. People were scared of another thing of Trump. So like put some fucking, put some middle of the road ass Democrat, but then they should have had an open primary. Like,
yeah, it just seemed like a railroaded thing.
People could actually vote on the issues they care about. And they just didn't do that. And she even had an opportunity to, if she came out with any fucking, I'm just pissed off.
She didn't release any new music.
There was nothing new.
That's it.
It was all Biden remixes, and nobody liked Biden.
Yeah, and you can't just hit. And she tried to go after blacks with a mixtape. You got to fucking
little production.
Yeah, she dropped a lot of diss tracks.
Yeah, but nothing new.
No, just didn't hit.
Yeah.
But look, man, I think it's just crazy how I don't know. It'll be interesting. It's a lot of pressure to see. I'm most excited about RFK and. JD Vance was super cool when he came on the podcast. He's a human. Trump's hard to get to know.
I don't know that to me, he seems like a traditional, just say whatever it takes to get elected snake, to be honest with you. I know, you had him on, he was cool here, but he was a guy who said he hated Trump. He said some fucked up shit about women. Like, I just think and venture capitalist guys are fucking worms to begin with. I don't trust JD Vance at all. I think he's a piece of shit also. Really? So yeah. I mean, I think he's a cut in the regular ass Republican that'll say any fucking fucked up thing to get into power. He sucked Trump's cock after saying he called him Hitler or whatever. And he made a complete turn when he realized it was politically advantageous to be on Trump's side. I think he also is just a run of the mill piece of shit politician. Like, I just do. And that's the thing.
I think all politicians is a weird thing to be, right?
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is, like, I've never been excited about, the politicians I've been excited about was Obama when I was 18.
Same, I voted for Obama.
And I think he did have a real opportunity to do something, and it turned out he didn't really do shit. And then he did, man.
But that's the thing that always happens.
Yeah. At least that was something that was like, and I think part of that was Obama was just too inexperienced. I think if he had a little more, he didn't know what he was doing with the Senate. the healthcare thing got completely fucked, and universal healthcare.
I had Obamacare.
It was bad. It was they ended
sent me
up
some cups. I saw a set of cups they sent me.
Nice, dude. You got a mug.
Huh?
That's the yeah.
No, it's like kind of like some plastic cups of it. I still use them.
Yeah,
They're cool. Yeah.
But he got worked over by thinking he could actually find common ground with the Republicans. They should have just rammed the legislation down their throat. They had both houses at the time. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
The only person I was excited about was Bernie, because I think he was actually in that run in 2016. He was like,
he would have been cool.
Would have been cool, but the Democrats shut that shit down.
Hey man, well I like Vance as a guy. Seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah.
I know that like he's like, they say like Peter Thiel is like the guy that got him in office, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But then you start to see that all these guys have backers. Will things be different with some of these guys? I don't know. I think, but one thing that's cool is that we both like Bernie. I like Bernie too. I would have voted for Bernie.
And see, that's I think those ideas unite people, because he's just saying like, look, we have issues to deal with. There's real issues. We're not going to pretend shit's good when it's not. And let's find real ways to do it that everybody gets, and that's real equality. He wants to help everyone, because it's not about like, cultural shit. It's about economic shit. And more people are disaffected because of the, people at the top. And I think that's a message that everyone can agree with. And I think when people aren't looking at things ideologically, if you just ask them about issues, people agree on a lot of fucking issues.
I say that
they
every
want to
day.
be able to fucking buy a house. They want to be able to afford shit, and they want to be able to fucking, get healthcare. How many people do we know? Like I know people, extended family, stuff like that are struggling off shit that they shouldn't, because somebody got sick and it derails your whole fucking family.
We talk about that all the time.
It's fucked up, dude.
The number one cause of, we say this all the time now because it's one of the few facts I know, but the number one cause of bankruptcy in America is medical debt.
Crazy.
And so it's the whole system is a money laundering scam.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that hasn't changed. And you would think at some point, one of these fucking groups would be able to change the shit, you know?
There is so much money in politics, and I was...
Right, but it's just, people are so fed up with the fucking system. You almost want there to be a war to end it all or whatever.
Yeah, I know what you mean, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you mean. And some people do believe that. Some people think there's no way.
Something has to change, because this is not changing over time, right?
Yeah, some people believe revolution is the only way to fucking do it.
Hey, Tony tried to start one. Yeah.
That was the main reason, like Shane said it too on his podcast. It would have been so funny to be able to blame Tony if Kamala won. It would have just been like, you bombed so hard that the part your candidate fucking lost. How fun would that be to tell Tony for the rest of his life? Yeah. That's actually the thing I'm most pissed off about. Supreme Court is number 2 after being able to mock Tony for the rest of my life. That's what I regret the most about the election.
He was sweating. I sat there and watched it with him. He was sweating, man. I think we could do, I know that we could do better in this country about making useful things. I was just looking the other day in Japan. Is it in Japan where they have the sidewalks power a fucking building? You're walking by them. The fucking building's powered by people walking on
That's fucking cool. Yeah, our infrastructure is so fucked too. It's like,
our trains don't even work.
High-speed rail, we need
Dude, our trains, if you're on a train, the other day it got robbed by a bunch of people on horseback. Like,
the Amtrak's getting the fucking, the 310 to Yuma treatment.
It's unreal. Dude, you go to the post office, you go in there, you're like, yeah, I'm looking for this package. You give a piece of paper. The guy comes back 2 days later and asks you who the fuck you are, right? You're like, where have you been?
I know,
you're
dude.
Like, what is even going on?
It's fucking crazy. It's crazy.
It's falling around, dude. Yeah, but it's like, meanwhile, we have all these homeless people wandering around town. If you put them all in an area and set up one of these, because this floor in Japan turns footsteps into electricity. Play a bit of it there.
So you're thinking...
In Japan, even walking generates electricity. Tokyo Metro.
I don't like this guy's voice.
The
trains are powered.
Electric technology in its floors to convert the energy.
Yeah, I mean,
but if you could get 50 or 70 homeless people to power a Jamba Juice or something,
I agree with you, dude.
How fucking great would that be? They come out, they dance for 12 minutes or whatever, and bam, the fucking...
It's exercise for them. It's good electricity.
The blender's cut on in there.
And they get a free smoothie for their trouble.
What do we think? But instead, everybody's like, they need pills. You know, it's like fucking no, dude.
That's a perfect example though of homelessness. It's like, give them homes.
Yeah.
We have we know what it takes. Like make fucking apartment buildings. And like that has been shown to work. And most people just don't have access. But there is all this weird, like you will create nonprofits to help the homeless that cost more than just getting them little
They
apartments.
give them recipe books.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what? And they'll just keep busing them back and forth to different cities. Like, it's basically political parties play Red Rover with them.
I know. What they should do is instead of busing them, sign them up for Southwest miles.
Yeah.
And then they get some fucking miles out of it. Give them a Southwest credit card every time you ship them from Texas to New York to fucking wherever the fuck. And then they can go on vacation. You know, they can earn some miles.
You're
some
now free to
points.
cough about the cabin. Some guy's just hacking up a fucking dead sparrow in his throat. And I only say that because I was in San Francisco one time. A guy threw a fucking bird at me for no reason.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It was a sparrow?
It was small enough.
Small enough.
It could have been a warbler, but I'm going to get him back. We'll see.
You put an air tag in his bindle and you're tracking him. You're going to get him back.
Every time I close my eyes, I still see what he looks like. You know?
That's horrifying. Birds to me are unsettling creatures.
Yeah.
To have one thrown at you is very tough.
The dirtiest surprise.
Yeah. We did
Stavros,
great, man.
the new movie.
Let's Start a Cult.
Let's Start a
Out
Cult.
on VOD right now. Go to Apple, Amazon, wherever you like to rent video movies. Go check it out, please. I'm begging you. We got the calendar. We have a new tour coming out, the Dreamboat Tour. And I really appreciate you having me on, dude. It's always so fun. This is my favorite podcast to do. It's so much fucking fun.
Really, dude?
I love it. You're the best.
Thanks so much, man. I'm going to come back in December so I can do yours then.
Please. Yeah. Would love to
And I
have you.
remember I didn't even know you were the guy from Cumtown that I
That
liked.
was so fun, dude. You're like, I met that guy once. I was like, it was me, dude.
That's crazy, dude.
But I love that. That's awesome.
Would it be?
We'll fucking play some Clapton. I'll have you play a little guitar while I get my dick sucked. It'll be like old times, dude.
Just take those old records off the shelf. Thank you, Sav.
You're the man, dude.
Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm falling like these leaves. I must be cornerstone. Oh, but when I reach that ground, I'll share this peace of mind I found. I can feel it in my bones, but it's gonna take